Well, I'll give it a try. Yesterday, we started the game as we had just found the massage place and went in, did the spa routine, came out clean, smelling nice, completely relaxed.
Except for Moon.
Yeah. Moon went and searched the place and found a nice spot to hide. Then we came out, we decided we were going to sit in a little cafe and keep an eye on the place until it closed.
After trying to find Moon.
Yeah. And then we went and we snuck into the place over the wall, as I remember.
Because Moon told you so. Someone got in.
Yeah. With varying degrees of difficulty. We then proceeded to search the place and no, wait. We got in there and then we wound up in a fight with one mini boss and was 3 or 4 cannon fodder types. Then when that fight was over, we searched the place, found a tunnel going downstairs, went down the tunnel, and that's when we ended.
Yep.
Thank you, Colin. Go ahead and take your inspiration. And yeah, unfortunately, what was once clean and relaxed is probably not going to be much longer. As you guys descend through the secret doorway you found in one of the massage rooms, and that smell of sewage and stagnant water immediately hits you all. Luckily, if I'm not mistaken, I think Valentina is still giving off a lot of light. Oh, is it Warden doing it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, I activate Eyes of Night, and free-willing creatures can have dark vision that lasts for an hour.
If you want to use all 3 of it right now, yeah.
I have to use all 3 of it. What?
Nope. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you can just do it 3 times per long rest. As an action, you can use dark vision.
It shares dark vision lasts for 1 hour. Once you share it, you can't do it again until you finish the long rest.
You can only do it 1 time, but you can do up to 3.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I knew you didn't have to do 3. But yeah, may as well. No reason not to.
Okay, so this is up to 300 feet. So
I only have 60 foot.
Yeah, no one has 300-foot dog vision except Twilight Clerics, so I don't think anyone needs to specify that it'll be an improvement.
Yeah, I give it to Val, Warden, and who else wants it? Alex?
I'll take it.
To the person who can't actually see in the dark, probably.
Yeah, Warden, Val, and Moon. Okay.
All right.
Because Alexander, you can see in the dark, right? Colin, can you see in the dark?
He left us.
Oh, Cassandra can.
Okay, alrighty. There, now you guys, so Val, Warden, and Moon, and I have up to 300 feet of dark vision.
Yeah, we're used to that, though.
Right. So.
Okay, there you go. All 3 of you should now have updated dark vision. And for some reason, it is not making my push to talk zoom in, so give me 1 second while I unbind that. Oh, jeez. Where even is it?
You can sniff out your light now.
I suppose I can.
rather than advertise ourselves too much. I mean, it's not like they don't know we're here, but
My point exactly. It's
But-
more than just a light. It's
oh,
an enhancement to the weapon.
oh, well, never mind. Keep it up then. I thought it was a light.
Oh, good.
It's
Apparently
just a side effect.
it's a new hard lock, so I can't unbind it.
Well, something
Wow.
just happened.
Fun.
Why did Valentira
Where's
disappear?
Valentina?
Yeah.
Where's Valentina?
I'm going to roll perception to see if I can see
Yeah,
her
I'm
again.
I'm back.
And it's busted again. There's
Just
no
for her,
bar, no
apparently.
name.
I don't see a bar.
Specifically.
Should be fixed.
There we go.
I don't know why it does that. Yeah, it's weird. Alright, this is gonna be awkward. Is there another binding I can use? Yeah, okay, let me change my Discord binding real fast. Wait, are you guys hearing me right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Discord changed from push to talk to voice activated. So, good.
By the way, this is my full name. That's why everybody just calls me Kate.
Wow.
What does that say?
Caitlin Steele.
Says she's part dragon. Okay. Push talk has changed. It's right next to my normal push talk button, but out of habit, I may hit the wrong button. So if ever I'm not speaking, yell at me.
Hey!
Exactly.
Are you there? Can you hear us?
Dude,
Can we hear you?
just do the quote from Ocarina of Time. Hey, listen.
Oh.
Call my name.
So what we can do is we can all sit here and pretend we can't hear him and see how long.
I have ways of checking that,
Mhm.
though, Colin, so that's not going to
Sure.
work very long.
Yep.
Okay, so, descending the stairs, the smell of sewage and just damp, dank, stagnant water immediately assaults all of you, and it gets worse as you go down the stairs. Before very long, you feel free to rearrange yourself on the steps once I unpause. I just, grabbed the order you guys were in on the other map.
I would be last.
Sure. And
I am
did you...
finally remembering clerics are not frontline fighters.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they
They
are.
just get hurt very well.
Especially
Well, okay, I'm
Twilight
not the
Domain
fir-
clerics.
Okay, so all right, let me rephrase that. I am not first into the breach frontline fighter. I come up behind, and then, yeah, I'm not the first one that should get hit.
Sure, yeah.
Generally third to fourth.
This
I'm
particular
not-
cleric is not built for frontlining, but clerics can do that very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a frontline fighter. I can be. Moon
Anyone
just doesn't
can
want
be.
to be.
Not necessarily everyone can be a good frontline fighter.
That is
I
very
mean, a
true.
wizard can be a frontline fighter.
Yeah,
Like Blade Singer.
blade singers.
No, I meant any wizard. They can do it, just not well. Warden, did you put your light out?
Oh, abjuration wizards are pretty good.
Well, it's also a weapon buff, so and I don't want to.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Is there a way to dim the light without losing
No.
your? All right.
So before long, after descending the stairs, you find the source of the stagnant water smell, as the chamber that the stairs lead you all to is flooded. Not terribly so. It's about up to shin, kind of lower knee. But
What about Moon?
all right, with your
Woman is
being
small.
2 foot tall.
I think she's 3'11" or whatever she said.
That's what
Yeah,
she
I
changed
was
it to,
going
but
to
I'm still gonna
change
make
it,
fun of
yeah.
her for originally being 2'11".
She's probably swimming.
No, it's not that tall. I mean, especially if you are 3, almost 4 feet tall. It's probably about waist high for you.
Yeah, like waist high. Yeah.
Wet cat.
Yeah, but given the fact that it's water and you're a cat and it's unclean water, your reaction is entirely up to you.
Well, if she
You,
wants,
you.
well, here, if she wants, she can get on Alexander's back.
That would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't like the water.
What's your strength score,
It
Alexander?
makes my fur all wet, and it just... My fur's so hard to dry. It's so thick. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander, what's your strength score? Colin, that's you. Okay. Did I hit the wrong button? I think I hit the wrong button.
I think so.
Colin, what's your strength score?
Strength is 12.
Yeah, I asked, and then I was waiting for an answer. I'm like, Colin, that's you. I'm like, oh wait, wrong button. Okay, so you can carry Moon, though while you are carrying her, you will be moving at half speed, just FYI.
Okay.
The water as well, being, up to shin-knee height, it is considered difficult terrain. At the moment, obviously not too much of an issue, but keep that in mind moving forward. With the enhanced dark vision, Warden, you can immediately see, obviously, a passage in front of you, and what looks like another opening off to the left there. The walls of this dungeon look like they've been hewn from limestone, and you can see that the ceiling in this particular section is a little bit taller than the ceiling in that hallway there in front of you. The ceiling in this room being about 9 feet. In the hallway, it looks like it's about 8 feet. So a little bit of a discrepancy there. But aside from the water and just the smell at the moment, you don't see anything else in this room.
All right. Which way do we want to go?
Well, I don't want to go too far in one direction with the possibility of somebody sneaking up behind us.
I will see what lies over here. And Valentina just kind of goes over here. She just says, well, she looks into here. She says it's just another room.
Is there anything in that other room?
Just more water.
Okay. It's telling me the game is still paused.
That sounds
It's
like a
not
desync. You might want to refresh.
I come down into the icky.
Fetid water.
Fetid water, fetid water. And this is just another room, huh? Okay.
Mm.
Is there any, when looking around, do I see, any possibilities of a secret passage?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I will help search. Well, I have a 0. I'm not proficient in investigation, so...
Neither am I. So
Alright, so I guess we're searching ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, here, where you need searched.
We're
over here in this room.
We're looking in here to see if there's any in this room to see if there's any secret passages.
And since I'm with Colin, and since I'm with Alexander, I can't really.
Alright, well, you guys can go in there.
Do you think any of
Okay,
this
we'll
was?
want to assist, give me advantage.
I do not have
Investigation
proficiency. Yeah. But you don't really need it.
Chiron?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure that you.
I was just waiting for a roll to come through.
Okay, I rolled. The dice moved.
Yep, no, it came up. You're
Yeah,
good.
an 18.
It's an
And
18.
I was just about to tell you what you
See,
saw,
so-
and then everyone was like, "Are you still here?" Yeah, Alexander. In this section of the room, as you guys kind of like shift back and forth, and the two members leave, and then you and Moon come walking back in. The waves that you're creating as you walk through the water, you see them carry forward, and most of the time just break against the wall. But the two little tiny instances, you see them break in an odd fashion, at just about door width apart. And so, moving to that bottom section right there, you kind of take a closer look at the wall and just push against it, and indeed, you find a hidden doorway in the back of the wall there.
Ooh. Val's just keeping an eye on this corridor here.
Well, I'm going to let the stealthy person go first.
Okay, I get down from his shoulders, from his back, and I'm going to do my stealthy thingy.
Are you
Sure.
guys going to tell us that you found something?
Yes, please.
Go ahead and roll a stealth move. I guess they're not going to tell anybody.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm back over here.
13, okay. A little difficult to move as quietly as you would like, because you're just moving through water, so you can't help but move some of it. You minimize the sloshing and the sound of the waves hitting the edge of the walls, but every little sound seems to carry more than you would like, given the fact that the walls are stone, and the sound waves are also carrying across water. So you're not entirely sure how quiet you're being, but you're giving it your best shot.
I'm preparing my bow.
And as you get a look around that corner there into this larger section, right around there, you see floating face down in the middle of that flooded chamber, a bloated corpse.
I go like back up to Alexander, like, we're going back.
Is there anything else in that corridor? Is there like?
They took one step out, saw the corpse, and now she's turning around. So
Yeah, I'm not risking a zombie attacking me. Not without
you haven't
more
said-
backup than just Colin.
Okay.
Who's calling?
I mean, Alexander.
Alexander.
Alexander, brain! So I motion for Alexander to go back the way that we came. I lean over to him, or I motion for him to get down a little so I can whisper to him. We should go inform the others.
Of what?
There's a corpse in there, and I really don't want to get attacked by a zombie right now.
Okay, well, we'll head back. She want to get on his back again?
Yeah.
Cat. All right.
Hey, we've got a dead body in the room over there.
All right. So Valentina is going to follow her sister in there.
Right. Okay.
Got a little decent.
Where's the dead body?
it is right about here.
Okay. I look around. I don't come all the way in. Gooch back. I get to there and I see the body and I
Val's
I
going
let
to walk
Val
up.
get past me.
Sure, she'll walk up to it. She's got a great sword out. Since people are vibing that it might be something that is more than a dead body, she's ready to attack it if it even twitches or moves, but she'll go up to it.
I mean, it does, bob ever so slightly on the surface of the water.
I mean, like... "Grrr,"
Yeah, I
you
get
know.
you.
Okay. Does it look like it's undead
Is it right
to
here?
me?
It's sorry, right about here.
Okay,
But
so
I mean,
I'll go
it looks like a zombie would look. It's bloated and the flesh is discolored and.
All right. So Valentina walks up to it cautiously, a little bit cautiously, right? Just to see if it's going to raise its head or limbs or anything like that. If it doesn't, she's going to kick it to make sure it's unresponsive, hopefully just really dead. And she's looking around for any other corpses or anything else in this chamber.
You give it a kick. It moves a little bit. It looks like the limbs, they descend into the water enough that they drag across the floor, so it's not like just free floating. You kick it, it doesn't go terribly far, but it doesn't respond at all, aside from what you would expect from the kick, and sends out a couple ripples and waves. The smell seems to intensify as you do that and disturb it a little bit. And then once you're closer to it, you can also see what look like several knife wounds in the back of it. It looks like it was a human male, not currently wearing a shirt, so it makes the knife wounds really easy to see.
I know that it's partially or even fully immersed in water, but at her glance, can she tell if it was recently killed or is it unknown?
I'm gonna ask.
Go ahead and roll a
I
medicine
come up.
check.
Alrighty.
beside my
So
sister. And Nat won it.
Nice.
but I'll
Wow.
do it.
20.
You come up
That
right next
one
to
and
her.
that-
That's a little
20.
backwards than what you would expect.
You come up.
Subverting
Yep.
expectations.
You come up right as she's kicked it, and so it kind of bobs in the water a little bit, and you see some fresh ooze and just bloat come out of the knife wounds in the back, and the smell washes over, and you just start gagging. You have to turn away, Caitlin. But Valentina, you've no stranger to battle. You're used to this kind of thing. You almost lean closer to it to inspect the wounds. It's obviously been in the water for a little bit, but not so long that it's falling apart. If you had to guess, probably been dead for about 2 days in the water for most of that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so she'll just sort of workmanlike just say 2 days dead, and it seems to be truly dead. Let's keep looking around. And she's gonna come over here to see what's in here.
It looks like there was another tunnel leading off that area, but it has since collapsed, so it's just full of rubble in that little section there.
All right.
So
I don't know if anyone's gonna check the body, but Val's looking around for other stuff.
Yeah,
the sacred weapon does only last 10 minutes. It's probably getting towards ending right now, isn't it?
Yeah, my
yeah,
shield
we'll
of
see.
faith is also 10 minutes, so let me know if it's still up or if it's gone.
We'll say with the aftermath of the battle and coming down here and the slow inspection, we'll say it's hitting about 10 minutes right now.
All right, so no more concentration.
And darkness.
No, you guys still have dark
Oh,
vision.
Yeah.
It's just Warden is no longer emitting light, and Shield of Faith is gone.
it
I don't
doesn't
think
work
the
like
slash me
roll
works.
20.
Also, you put it in backwards, so it wouldn't work.
Oh.
Wait, what happened?
She
Oh,
tried to
I
do the
see.
slash me.
Yeah.
I don't think that works though.
It doesn't.
You can do slash.
Yeah,
I
it
think.
does.
Oh,
Oh,
Was it me or was it slash EM?
It's slash me.
Okay.
cool. I'm glad it does. All right. All right. So
backtrack or continue along this way?
let's continue. Who's looking at the body? Though?
I'm looking at the wrist. Does it look like possibly he had been tied up? Does it look like this was a ritual killing?
A little hard to say because the bloat in the water tends to wash some of that kind of thing away, but you don't see any signs of bindings on the wrist or anything like that. And I mean the wounds in the back, they just look swift and painful, but
There's no bruises?
doesn't look like he was tied up. No.
Stabbed him in the back? Quite literally. Okay, let's keep going. Does this body have any relationship before it started bloating like the other people or
What?
okay, so the followers of Baal, that desiccated look to their bodies?
Oh, right. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Or did he
With your
Before
natural
he
one
bloated.
medicine check, probably hard for you to say. But with Valentier's natural 20, I'll say, Valentier, you could probably suss out that before the bloating started, this individual was likely skinny, if not emaciated.
Okay, Alexander's gonna
She'll comment on that.
check the pockets and any rings, anything around the neck or anything.
No, the only thing he's got on him is trousers, and there's nothing in the pockets. No other clothing, no rings, no ornamentation, no weaponry.
Tattoos or anything?
There is a tattoo. Now that you mention it, as Caitlin flips over the body, you see the familiar symbol of a skull with what look like little raindrops around it, almost.
And while he's doing that, Valentier will say, quite emaciated. I wonder if it's a member. Ah, well, look at that.
Okay, let's keep going. And I kick the body away. I don't give it any respect now that I know it's a follower of Paul.
Sure. So, Warden, since you're first in that next room, there are 3 wooden beams which brace the ceiling of this still-flooded chamber, which features a stone altar covered with entrails in the northeast corner. Hanging on the wall above the altar is a 3-foot-tall steel mask cast in the form of a frowning human skull.
Like that.
Valentier is looking at the mask just to see if it triggers anything from what they drilled into her studies in terms of what god or anything like that.
Roll a religion check.
Religion.
We witchin'.
Marriage brings us together.
Neptune.
Nice.
Way to go.
Wow.
Valtera is
2 in a
You
row.
need to keep those 20s under your belt.
I mean, I know.
Yes.
No. This
Valtera
is
is on a
officially
roll.
the best dude has ever rolled, and the best he will ever roll.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
No, this. I have not beat Arendorel surviving every saving throw in that beholder battle.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that
yeah.
is true.
Yeah.
What beholder battle?
Before
Yeah,
you-
the-
That was
long before you
Yeah.
joined.
Yeah,
Before
last campaign before you joined, there was a fight with a weird beholder thing and a giant lake of goo, and yeah, Ariandorel Stewart dodged like every beam shot at her and made every saving throw possible, and just held out for so long. Eventually got disintegrated, but held out. And Kenny's character had like his ears fly off. He threw a third limb that was angry at him and trying to strangle him, and like he was this just mutated thing by the end of the fight.
That was awful.
I had a lot of fun with it.
I think he
Oh,
was
wow.
CC'd. I think Elysium was like CC'd for like the whole battle in some way. It was really bad.
Yeah. And then he was like in the goo, so he couldn't cast spells. He kept having weird shit happen to him. Yeah.
It was awful.
wow.
Literally, like, his ears grew wings and flew off, and there was a third arm that popped out of his chest and was just trying to murder him.
Was this Elysium?
Yeah.
Yes, this was Elysium.
How did I
It was
call
like a dream
it?
state thing, but yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
All right.
Luckily, it wasn't permanent, we'll put it that way.
Thankfully.
Rest the rolls.
So what does this mask look like?
I get off of
Valentier,
Rush.
with another natural
Wait,
20,
off of-
it's this. You're pretty sure this is a representation of the Visage of Baal, who is known for
Alright.
wearing heavy metal masks. You don't get the sense that there's anything magical coming off of it. It's just like an icon.
She just says ball in disdain. And unsurprising. She'll take a step forward here. Should I bother? How many do I have left? I haven't used any yet. Okay.
Alexander is right at it. Okay.
Yeah, Alexander's going to take the mask, pull it off the wall, and just drop it to the floor.
It's a 3-foot tall steel mask affixed to the wall. You can try if you want to go ahead and roll an athletics check.
I'm not helping you with that. Even though I'm proficient, I'm not helping you.
Okay.
I don't think it moved.
Well, no, you do get it off the wall. The unfortunate thing is that once it's off the wall, you didn't realize how heavy it was going to be, and you almost immediately just drop it onto the ground, and it hits the altar and pings off of it and then splashes into the water, and just the steel is vibrating and reverberating, and it makes quite a bit of noise when it does.
Val's
I prepare for a battle.
Val's going to rush up to Alex, just to either like steady him or like kind of nudge him out of the way in case like the mask seems like it's gonna like fall on him. And
no, it's already on the ground in the water. It's not on him.
Well, I know. I'm just that's like sort of what she was doing while that happened, and then she'll say, Alexander, Oxford, Cassandra, what is your intent with this mask? It is a thing of ball. It should be defaced.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. If nothing else, just dump it in the water and leave it.
Well, you have been successful on that.
Gives him a look, and then she nods.
I say, glancing at this opening here.
I'm pointing at the entrance there with my bow at the ready.
I'm keeping an eye on our back, the corridor back.
Nope, backside. All you're doing is staring at Alexander's butt.
I am looking back the way we came to see if anybody's coming that way, drawn by the sound of the clanging metal.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
So Val's looking at the altar itself, and you said there's like entrails, on it as well. She's going to use her greatsword to kind of like push the entrails off, into the back over here.
Sure. Easy enough to do. Again, the sound of a sword scraping over stone, is audible.
Okay. And she's going to basically like nudge the altar to see if like part of it will, is the surface like, can you lift it or anything, or is it just sturdy, or is there anything else to it?
It is one sturdy piece, but it doesn't look like it's attached to the floor, so the entire thing could be moved, though it would be pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's gonna make a lot of noise too, but I think we've already made so much already.
Moon's ears at this point is pinned back to her head. She doesn't like the amount of noise that everybody's making.
Alright. Well, I wonder if there's something beneath it, she mutters out loud.
Well, we can try pushing it out of the way.
You guys have already made enough noise to draw anybody here.
Val,
yeah, enough noise.
And I'll assist.
Come over here and assist.
Val, yeah, she's a short sword, and she's going to, go here to begin pushing. She sees Warden, and just,
I'm going to stay where I'm at, and I'm keeping an eye on both corridors.
Oh,
No, I'm keeping
this corridor.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on this corridor.
Yeah.
Alexander, if you will, and she just sort of like kind of like gestures you away from the altar so that we can do it.
Well, he's gonna try to brace her. Basically, make sure she doesn't slip or anything.
All right.
Give you an assist.
Is it Val and Warden who's doing this? We're gonna try and move it.
Yeah, go and roll athletics. And Valentina, because Alexander is proficient in athletics, him bracing you can have advantage on your roll.
Okie doke. Let's do this. So 20 something, 22, 21.
Not bad at all. Okay. So the two of you really have to like lean into it and take your time because you're standing in water, so it'd be very easy for you to lose your footing on the slick stonework. But with Alexander behind you bracing you as well, There's a lot of grunting and a lot of struggling and a lot of like shoulder checking this thing, but eventually you guys do manage to slide it forward inch by excruciating inch, and you get it about a foot off to the side. And unfortunately, all you find underneath it are just drag marks where you've moved it across the stone now.
Yeah, alright.
Guys, there's stairs over here.
There is also, Moon, now that the altar has been dealt with, there is a tapestry in this little alcove here.
Okay, cool. What do I see of it?
So it's a 5 foot wide, 7 foot tall tapestry. It depicts a pretty grisly scene of 4 faceless figures ripping apart a 5th figure who is obviously screaming.
I don't like that.
Definitely murder cult.
Yep.
Excuse me. Huh. I peek around the corner. I want to peek around the corner without being seen. Is there anything in this room?
Roll a stealth check.
I'm not good. Yeah. Not.
You should have left it to me. You should have just left it to me.
Alright. I just go up to the tapestry and rip it off the wall.
Okay, well then this makes perfect sense. As you try and peek around, at first you don't see anything, walk up to the tapestry, and rip it off the wall. I need you to go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw. Moon, I need you to roll one as well.
Okay, cool.
Wonderful.
I
Against a poison?
yeah, guys.
And I have an inspiration I want to use and re-roll that.
Sure, go for it.
Better.
I'm rolling horribly.
Okay, so as you rip the tapestry off the wall, there's immediately this plume of what looks like pollen, this yellow, like thin material that just blossoms out into the air. It looks like just a cloud of pollen erupts from behind the tapestry, and it spreads pretty quickly and finds you and Moon. And so the two of you are going to take 14 points of poison damage.
So that is...
Oh my goodness. That's insane.
Okay. Some of us do have ranged attacks.
Hang on, we're not done. Hang on. You guys got your health taken off?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Moon, after that, you're able to dance back out of the way and kind of get out of it before it really settles into your lungs. But Caitlin, you are right in front of it and just get a whole massive inhale of it. You are now poisoned for the next minute.
Cool. Alright.
Valentina gonna have words with her sister.
You guys
When this is
watch
ready.
as Caitlin just doubles over, coughing and hacking and gasping for breath. The next
Valentira.
turn starts, and Caitlin,
Oh, no.
you take
Oh,
6
no.
points of poison damage. You guys
Is
hear
the
the
cause-
hacking intensify, and Caitlin drops down to her knees in the fetid water, gasping and reaching up.
Is the thing gone now?
It's dispersed
Is the cloud-
enough that it seems safe enough to walk in the area, yeah.
Okay,
But Caitlin
so
is still
I-
hacking.
So
I
wait,
walk up to Caitlin and I cast Cure
we-
Wounds.
are we in a turn by turn thing right now, or not?
Technically, yes.
Yeah,
So
so
then-
the poison condition right now, essentially.
Right. So yeah.
So Moon is going to walk up and cast Cure Wounds. Caitlin, you get 14 hit points back.
I mean, Val. Well, people are in the way, but Val was seeing that or hearing or whatever that that Kate is in distress. She would run forward. She says something, perhaps. Well, the word probably wouldn't exist in Celestial, so she'll say something unpleasant and infernal. And And then she quickly looks at Caitlin, sees maybe her coughing and everything, and maybe some of the dispersal of whatever
Poison gas.
thing. Yeah. She's going
No,
to
it's more
touch
like
her.
a pollen.
Oh, Alexander hears her speak Infernal, and he corrects her pronunciation.
She's going to use 5 points of Lay on Hands as she touches her. She takes her
No,
her
don't
face.
don't waste. I'm okay. She did a good job.
It's
Yeah.
you're still poisoned.
She's going to take her face and then put a hand on her
Real quick.
chest.
Real quick,
Bye.
where did you start, Valentira?
It's a good point. I was here, so I might not be able to get there. You're right.
I could get there.
So let me actually go back to where we were. So 5.
Yeah, I think you're 5 feet short of being able to get to her because of the difficult terrain.
Could be.
And I was right here where Warren is, so I could have gone to her real quick.
Yeah, you got to her
That's
just fine.
why.
Yeah. We're trying to solve the issue of the poisoned condition.
So here, why
We
don't
should get her out of this. We need to get her out of this.
Well,
so
actually,
I
could
grab
make it,
onto.
right? Hold on,
I
guys.
grab onto.
Guys, hold on.
I'm trying to get her out of this area, so she's out of the remnants of
Everybody,
I
hang on. The cloud is dissipated. The cloud is no longer
Yes.
affecting her. Valentira was already doing something, and we just had to double backtrack to see if she would be able to do that in the first round. So before we move on to other stuff, Stuart, go ahead.
That's fair.
All right, so I was here. This is 5. This is 15.
The water is all difficult terrain.
Oh, well, then, okay, never mind then. All right, so 10, 20.
Okay. Alexander's going to see
30.
what she's doing and get out of her way.
I'm not sure if it's going to matter,
Yeah,
but
it was difficult terrain. Didn't matter. I mean, you can still do it,
So,
narratively, but
10,
mechanically, it doesn't make any
20,
difference there.
Yeah. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm moving. I shout out. I say something infernal, and he corrects me, and then I shout out Kate's name,
And then you can dash this turn since you can't do anything else if you want to.
and then I'll dash to get to here.
Warden, anything you wanted to try before next round starts?
Oh no. I am happy to refresh. Desync.
Wonderful, desync.
Damn it, Kenny.
Yeah, damn it, Kenny.
While he's resyncing, Alexander, was there anything else you wanted to try on the first round, aside from just getting out of the way? And correcting the pronunciation?
He's just out of the way for now.
Okay.
Actually, he's watching behind us.
Sure, no worries. Did you have anything in mind, Warden, or should we just start the next round and let them, go for it?
You know, Valentira, if you're using Lay on Hands, right there's close enough.
Well, she had to dash to get
Bonus
there.
action.
I had to dash.
It's a bonus action for Lay on Hands.
Oh,
Oh,
you're freaking right. Okay. So
I just need 1 hit point to bring me up to total.
We're not. I don't think that's what she wants to do.
exactly.
Oh.
So, all right. I use the 5 points. I cradle her face and I put a hand on her chest, and I use the Lay on Hands in order to get rid of the poison.
okay. And thankfully, with that, the hacking and sputtering and coughing begins to abate, and Caitlin takes a few deep, kind of rattling breaths, but steadies down, and the poison does seem to disappear, which is good, because that would last for a minute, and you take a d10 at the start of every turn. So.
Yeah, I put my hands over my sisters. I said, thank you. I just, seeing that tapestry, something rose up within me. I had to destroy it.
Maybe next time we do not touch anything on the walls. It seems like this place has been trapped.
Quite clearly.
Valentira
Yes,
just looks
allow
at you
me instead.
as they're talking, and you already know what's going on in her in her silence, and then she just stands up and she looks towards the east, but you can tell that she's annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Since that crisis is dealt with, let's move forward.
You think it's
Val's gonna
dealt
start
with
working.
until the chest burster comes out.
I have my bow prepared.
Oh, that's great, but it's not going to help Caitlin when it bursts out of her chest. Have you seen Alien?
Yeah, there's nothing to do for the victim at this point.
Yeah, that was my point. Valentino,
So,
looking into
yeah.
that I guess we'll call it a concourse, intersection perhaps. You see 3 doors, all currently shut. The room is bereft of any kind of decor or furniture, but each one of the doors has a different image carved into it. The doors themselves made of sodden and fairly warped wood from the amount of moisture down here, but the images are still pretty clearly visible. The eastern door, directly across from you, bears a carving of... Well, I'll tell you what, go ahead and roll a religion check.
Alright.
So you recognize all 3 pretty much immediately. The eastern door is a carving of Bane, the lawful evil god of tyranny. He is depicted as a tall, armored man wearing a bucket helmet, and his right gauntlet is painted with black and clutches a set of shackles. Sorry, it's painted black. The north door is a carving of Baal, the chaotic evil god of murder, who you guys are, becoming familiar with. He is depicted as a powerfully built, skull-headed man with long, curved blades where his hands should be. And finally, the southern door bears the depiction of Merkel, the neutral evil lord of bones. He is portrayed as a cloaked figure whose face is hidden under a cowl, and in his skeletal hands he clutches a screaming human skull.
I move forward into
Wait,
the
hold-
room,
Okay.
and I'm going to check for traps.
Sure, roll an investigation check.
And so, was there anything else of note, within the room that's visible?
And
Nope.
that's a
It's-
4.
It was 18, and then it was 4.
It's
Right.
just the 3 doors. No furniture, nothing else adorning the walls, no sconces. It's just bare wall and doors.
Hey, Alex, can you come and check out this room just to double check if I missed anything? Because I don't seem to see any traps, but I don't really know.
As he's doing that, Valentina will simply say, she points to each of the doors. That one is Bane, that one is Baal, and that one over there is Merkel.
Can you,
The deck 3. Fun.
can you,
Right.
ping it? Like,
Bane, Baal, Merkel.
okay, thank you. I'm not good with directions, as you can tell.
Alexander,
Yeah.
no signs of any traps.
Valentina comes up to this one, and it would seem that we must discover what lies
Sure.
beyond each of these doors, but
I have an idea. Everyone back out of the room. Move back in the hallway.
what is it that you intend?
I'm going to do an Eldritch Blast on each of the doors. See if there's any traps will set them off.
Yes, but we also need to keep this place kind of preserved for the guard, for the, the group that
Right.
we're a part of to see
Fist.
the fist.
Not necessarily. This is a cesspit of treachery and,
It's a hive,
frankly,
Yeah.
subservience
a
to
hive of scum and
evil.
villainy.
That's true. And the state of the doors matters not. So she's gonna step back as well.
What it does tell me is that these guys have been down here for a very long time. I wonder how long this family's been. part of this.
Indeed.
Oops. Okay, which door are you starting with, Alexander?
The one directly across.
Okay. Unfortunately, with an 8, you take aim and blast, but your aim's just a little bit off, and it instead impacts the wall just above the door itself. It does leave a nice little divot and crater in there.
Steady your hand.
That one hits. Okay. But as you took a breath to steady yourself, you were more focused on aiming and didn't quite put a whole lot of oomph behind it, and so it hits the door, and it cracks and splinters a little bit, but the door itself is still there.
No. Do it again.
Go for it. That one, great power behind it, but again, just you can't seem to get power and aim at the same time right now, and so this one hits to the left of the door and just leaves a nice pockmark in the stone. Limestone kind of shatters and sprays off a little bit.
Perhaps focus on the north door, the one towards Ball.
As he fires another blast. For minimum damage! Wow, Colin. Okay, second blast impacts the door, and it cracks some more, and now there's a big chunk of like kind of the upper right hand side of it missing, and you can see a bit of darkened hallway beyond, but the door is still intact as they have 10 hit points each.
How about my
Sacred
sacred
flame only
flame?
targets creatures.
Oh, never mind. Oh, okay, that does
There
it.
you go. With the third blast that lands, and the fifth blast total, the eastern farther door from you finally blasts off the hinges and shatters into about 3 different chunks of wood, kind of go ping-ponging around the hallway behind it. Door is open.
And you would do the same to the north door.
Okay, go for it.
It's not your intent to see if the doors are trapped, and so would it not be...
He's annoyed.
Solid contact that time. The door almost completely comes off the hinges. We'll say it opens, but the door is still on the hinges. It just kind of swings open from the impact. Is that for the north door again?
Yeah.
No longer on the hinges. Completely removed.
Yeah.
$19 hits. 9 points of damage. One swift blast. It doesn't destroy the door, but we'll say 9 is close enough. And this time you impact it, and the thing slams open. You hear it impact the stone wall behind, and then just it sits there for a second, and then you hear the slow creaking as the hinges are detached, and the door just falls to the side and then flat against the floor.
He says they're open.
That works.
Hold!
Warden!
She
Yep.
puts her hand on Alex's chest as he tries to go forward, but Warden goes faster.
Yeah. I'm taking the brunt of this time.
First one. No, why is
fine.
it? I don't want multiple targets.
This is fine.
No, it's not. Roll 20, please.
You know, so it was a held action.
Yep. Yeah, all that blasting, they were well aware that someone was about to come through that door. They were sitting there waiting. First one is a natural 1. That's going to miss. Second one.
Targeting Valentira with that one.
Were they?
I just kind of intercepted myself by accident.
I
That's
get
why
you.
it was a natural 1.
Sure. Next one's a 13. That misses, and then the last one is a 15. So all 3 miss. As you poke your head into the doorway, we'll say you just stride forward confidently, and Valentira, who stops Alexander, also reaches out, grabs your shoulder, and pulls you back, and 3 spectral hands go flying in front of your face into the room behind. And I now need everybody to move back to where you were, because it's going to be an initiative roll.
Shucks.
You can't reposition when something like that happens.
Yeah.
And that is technically a surprise. But
No.
again, they got their held
It's
action.
a held action. Surprise gives them advantage on their initiative.
Surprise
It
gives
gives us
you
disadvantage.
disadvantage on the initiative. I was going to say, though, is because they all had their held actions and you guys were blasted through doors, we'll say you're not actually surprised, so it's just going to be straight roll for initiative.
Okay.
Cool. Yay! Let's go.
Shucky, shucky, shucky. All right. Yeah. I be cleric. Yay, go me.
Yes, clerics always go last.
No, this time it was Alex. Alex is last.
Alex?
He beat me.
Alex is last. Okay. Maybe this time I'll actually be able to fight.
Yeah, it's not like you guys want the cleric going last anyway. There's no benefit to that. There's no benefit to anyone going last.
Well, if the cleric goes last, then we
Then they
have
just get
somebody
one
that
less
will heal
turn.
us.
No, because if they go first, they get a turn, and then technically they're at the end of the initiative again anyway. So it doesn't matter. They just lose out on a turn if they go last. There's no benefit to going last. That looks like everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 1, 2,
Who has
3.
the higher dex?
Yeah, we're good there. Out of
Who
whom?
has the higher dex?
You should have the highest dex
Me
for everybody.
and- Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
You, Warden, and one of the Necromites are all the same. Yeah, what's your dexterity, Warden?
10.
And yeah, 18 for Moon, and I'm sure these guys don't have a great one.
Yep.
13. So, you guys are in the right order, but it's probably going to change as we go on. So I'm gonna put Moon at a 18 and that guy at a 17. That way it'll keep the proper order.
Okay. Cool.
It changes literally nothing. It just makes it easier for the tracker to stay in the proper cycle. Okay, and so if it would let me click, there we go. At the top of the initiative, after the spectral hands, which you guys have seen before, go flying through the now open doorway and right past Warden's head, you then hear a cry from the eastern door. And then someone splashing through water and running towards you guys. They are going to... Yeah, they're just gonna run. That's all they got for right now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And for their action, they are going to take this... while they are armored and they have their own gloves on, as they run forward, they take this gauntlet that they have and just throw it toward the end of the hall. And let's see how far they throw it. That's pretty good. As they throw it, say it lands there, and it never actually hits the ground. She arcs it, and it then seems to kind of halt in midair for a second, and then right itself. And this gauntlet is now floating in the air and forms itself into a fist, and looks like it's about to charge forward into the room, completely of its own accord. And it is right there. Of the two on the tracker, it is this one, which I can reveal. Alright, and that is her turn. Moon, you're up.
Okay. I use my feline agility. And I am going to move to right here. Because I don't know if that will affect my whole thing. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this person right here.
Go for it.
I'm going to fire my arrow
Yeah, that hits. Why did it give you... Oh,
And-
disadvantage, right, because the thing is in front of you.
Yeah. Does that count, though?
It is not a spiritual weapon. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
Okay, so 17 hits. 4, we have 11, and then we had 3, and another 3 from the Hunter's Mark previously. That is not the proper number. So 17 total. There we go. So as they come running down the hallway and throw this gauntlet, you spring into action, get into the doorway, and not wasting any time, knock an arrow, send it down the hallway, and find this person right in the upper shoulder. And you can hear the chainmail that they're wearing kind of clinking underneath the sudden impact, but they continue charging down the hall even with an arrow now sprouted from their shoulder. Anything else? You do still have another 30 feet of movement.
I move right
Be careful.
there.
Be careful of opportunity attack.
And yeah, go ahead and move back for me. Because that gauntlet is going to try and hit you. It's going to read it as a longsword, but it's bludgeoning damage instead. Nope, you get out of the way, no problem.
Cool.
That it for your turn?
Yep.
Alright, next up we have one of the guys down here. He is going to move over here. And, try the same thing.
Gonna throw a gauntlet?
No, the same thing he did before. Just use their, it's called Claws to the Grave. I'm just deciding if they want to try Warden again, but they have no reason not to, except for the fact that, nothing hit him. But he's in the doorway, he's the main target, so yeah, they'll try again. That's a natural 20.
No.
Yeah?
I believe that will hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Did it
Ow.
roll double? It did roll double. Not great overall on the die rolls, though. So you
Thank
take
goodness.
11 points of necrotic damage.
That was painful.
And that is that one's turn. Warden, you're up.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, this time the spectral hand that comes flying out of the doorway sinks right into the center of your chest, and anyone looking directly at Warden would see his eyes flicker for a second from the intense damage. But then it's his turn.
Yeah, okay. This is not pleasant. Do I use Sacred Weapon again? Do I save it? Oh, I think I might want to save it. This thing is get dicey. We're gonna move down to here. And try whacking this guy.
Go for it. Yeah, that hits.
Next attack is at disadvantage.
Copy that, and he takes 9 points.
And I'm going to
Going to what?
some lay on hands so I don't die.
Probably a good plan. Okay. So after taking a pretty nasty hit to the chest, you walk into the room, see the guys sitting around the corner waiting to leap forward and send out another one of these spells, it almost seems like, and not wasting any time, you smack him instead, doing a good chunk of his health. You hear him kind of wheeze in pain as he stumbles back against the wall, and as he's clutching his side, you can see the pain in his eyes. His next attack, probably disadvantage. And then back in the doorway, give yourself a little bit of healing, and that'll bring us to the gauntlet, which is going to fly forward. And Moon was the first thing it tried to attack, so it's gonna just stick with that. It's a flying object, and not tactician necessarily. So Moon, only a 12. Nope, you are still able to dodge out of the way. next up.
It aims for my head, and I just do that little head tilt thing. So
Yep.
disrespectful.
You do get the sense that this flying gauntlet doesn't care about respect, however. But you dodge the attack, no problem. Valentina, you're up.
She calls out, Alexander, Caitlin, take the one down the hall. And she's going to rush forward. 5, 15, 20. And she, with her greatsword, is going to strike out at that one.
12 hits.
Only a 12. Oh, thank goodness.
12 damage.
That guy's
Nice.
dead.
Okay. And then, let's see, that's 5, 15, 20. And she comes up to this one. And last spell slot, what do I want to do?
25 to get to where you are, I think, right?
Yeah. Do I want damage or she used her bonus action, and she will briefly touching the holy symbol that's on her around her neck, and she will recast Shield of Faith on herself. No, not on the guy. Damn it.
On the dead guy, no less.
Here, let me redo that.
Leave him on him, just as a mark of shame. Oh, never mind. Stupid concentration.
Haha. So, Shield of Faith. And no consume me. Cast spell. Alright.
There we go.
Alright, that's it.
Cover that. Next up is going to be this one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They are going to... Yeah, they're going to do the other one. They're going to roll a strength check. Oh yeah, 17's good. And they're going to chuck a second gauntlet into the room. Gonna land there. And now it's active. They will then take their last 5 feet of movement to get to there and begin charging down the hall right behind their ally. And I think that's their turn. Yep. Caitlin, you're up.
10, 20, 25. Okay. I reach up to my necklace that's an identical twin to my sister's, and I channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
Okay. That's appreciated. Thank you.
Alright,
Better than
14
nothing.
HP is better than nothing.
yeah. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Bonus action. Done.
Okay. So the darkened hallway suddenly becomes a little bit less darkened as the gloom emanates out from Caitlin. And those of you in the area experience this a couple times now, so a little bit of relief floods over. As you know, there's going to be a pool of, we'll say, healing energy from the sanctuary itself. And Caitlin, go ahead and give yourself your 4 hit points. And that will bring us to...
Ferrari.
Yeah, isn't that what I said?
10 hit points.
I thought I said temp hit points.
Temporary. Yeah.
Maybe
You
you did.
didn't say temp.
That's okay. I got it. Done. Got it.
Okay.
Time's up.
This one is then going to try and hit Valentina, who's in the room. They're going to flip. Because Warden has taken some damage, but Valentina just finished one of them off, so yeah, they're going to flip. 1 is Warden and 2 is Valentina. It's going to be Warden, okay.
Well,
Oh, 19 does not hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, so seeing him waffle back and forth for a second, by the time he decides on you and fires off this hand, you flatten against the side wall and it streaks out into the room beyond. No damage done. Alexander.
Okay, Alexander is going to.
It's not on his turn.
What was that, Ward? Oh, the tracker with the dead guy, right? There we go. It's a cool looking effect, though.
which vote?
Yeah, it's a cool effect. It's a
Yeah.
shame, shamedy shame.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll say you charge the bolt as that gauntlet comes flying through the air, and the flying metal is enough to to bend the electricity off in the wrong direction and dissipates into the floor before the gauntlet itself is flying and active in the air. So unfortunately, the spell is lost. Which we can do this. There we go. You don't need to worry about the 10 hit points from Caitlin because you've got your own from False Life. Anything else, Alexander?
I don't
That's
think
it.
the spell is lost, though. It just simply didn't hit.
Next time you can try.
On a hit, the target
Damage.
takes damage, and on each of your subsequent turns, you can take a bonus action. I'm pretty sure if it doesn't hit, the spell's just gone, right?
No. And look what the line says. On each of your subsequent turns, you can take a bonus action to deal 1d12 to target automatically, even if the first attack missed.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So in subsequent turns, you can recast it and just uncheck the consume box to try and hit again.
Yeah.
And you'd only be do. So the way I believe this works is that,
Actually,
you can only do your bonus action against that
Yeah, same target.
against to that same target for the 1d12. What I don't know is if you can actually attack somebody else because it's still a concentration spell, right? So I'm not sure about that.
You can do something else that isn't a concentration. You know, if you could do a cantrip or something to attack someone else, and then bonus
Yeah.
action to witch bolt the same guy. So.
Okay.
Okay, he's going to step back.
I'm just trying to get the lightning bolt back on that character for you. I had a target token selected. That's why I clicked it.
Which one did you target?
That guy right
There we go.
This one?
Yep, the one that is now being blasted with electricity. Yeah, good call out, Stuart. Okay, so that will bring us into the top of the turn order. And this one, who is now being electrocuted.
Yeah, it's one of the improvements for Witch Bolt for 2024.
He's not actually getting electrocuted because his first attack missed.
But he can use his, this is what we were just talking about. Colin can now use his
Oh.
bonus action on subsequent turns to hit the same target. So the spell is still active.
Yeah.
And I put it on there just so we know who he's targeting, and so the concentration would be active.
That's fair. That guy is just not having a good day.
Nope. Okay, so this one's going to now move forward. 5, 10, 15, 20. Fortunately, only one of them is
Perfect.
in range. Okay, he is going to bark out in Infernal, and anyone who speaks Infernal just hears him shout, attack. And then the Gauntlet here is going to immediately use its reaction, which this one does not have, so it can't do that. The other one has its reaction, but it's on its turn. I should reveal on turn order 2. So never mind, he's not going to do that at all. He is going to move 20 feet, 25. You can occupy the square of these things because they're small. Yeah, so he's got just enough space. He'll get up next to Caitlin, and just go ahead and try and spear attack Caitlin. First attack. 15 to hit. Caitlin.
It hits.
6 points of damage. And then a second spear thrust. For... Ooh, natural 1. Nope. Okay. We'll say despite the fact that he can be in the same square, as once he's rushed up there and he tries to attack you, the gauntlet just kind of like buffets his head as he's trying to get a second strike off, and he misses completely.
Hey, Colin gets the 4 temp if he haven't already.
He's got false life on, so they don't stack.
Never mind.
But yeah, good call. Moon.
Okay, I drop my bow and I switch over to my swords. So I attack him.
.22 hits, absolutely. For 8 points of damage. Got that one. Alright, then plus 4. Well, you don't get Dreadful Strikes again, right? That was only on the first round?
No. I get that on every attack that I make with a weapon.
Once per turn.
Once per turn.
Once per turn, sorry, not once per round, gotcha.
Yeah.
Not once per combat. Okay, so then I think I took the 4 off already. Let me move the sword so I can check. Did I? No, I did not. So
I make
4?
my bonus action. Yeah.
And then
Thank you.
D6.
Wow.
There we go. Got the damage, Dreadful Strikes, and the Hunter's Mark. Got them all taken off.
And then I use my bonus action to attack with my non-dominant hand. That misses.
That one does miss. After the first strike hits and carves through some of the armor, they grunt in pain and get the spear up between you and the second strike and are able to deflect the blade into the floor. But that first one was a pretty hefty hit.
So the one that she did she hit? No, she only hit with the one short sword, right?
Yes.
So whoever that was, they have disadvantage on their next attack roll. No, sorry, that's not. No, we have advantage on them.
Moon
And
does.
now-
Moon has an advantage on it. Yeah.
Before the end of Moon's next turn.
Yep.
It just says next attack roll, so technically
4.
that bonus action would have advantage.
If you hit a creature... Oh, sorry, her attack. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to use it, Moon, on your bonus action attack, re-roll it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what she-
One moment. Yeah, I'll just re-roll that one too.
Ooh, oh, it was gonna go to 16. It didn't.
Still misses, unfortunately.
Where's the shot?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else,
And
Moon?
it doesn't have a bonus to it because it's my non-dominant hand.
You have bonus to attack roll, but you don't have bonus to damage.
Correct.
Oh, that's
Yes.
true.
Yeah, your attack's
Never
normal,
mind.
you just don't add your dex to the damage. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
And I already added the temp hit points.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just make sure you're not doing it from now on until the end of your turn, just in case, something weird happens.
I thought it was my end of my turn. That's why I
Oh, I
did
gotcha.
it.
Yeah, no worries then.
4 hit points.
Alright, this one's definitely gonna go for Volunteer, because she's right in his face. So...
and I got back my feline agility because I didn't use my
You didn't move at all, yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Flail attack. Natural 1, but they do get 2 flail attacks, just not 2 ranged attacks. So, try for a second one. Nope. Natural 1 and a natural 2. This guy is kind of cowering in the corner as, unexpectedly, what looks like a Celestial comes charging into the room after him.
Val easily ducks the first one, and then she just palms his head for the second one, and, into the wall.
His hand comes away greasy and nasty. Alright, that's all he's got. Warden, you're up.
Uh-huh. Now here's my debate. Do I go up here? Or do I go down here?
Well, I imagined that you and I were going to clean up in this room, but I can't tell what's going on up there, so it's got to be your call. I mean, so far I'm okay, but
Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead. This guy. I don't know which one I have targeted there, by the way. I want to target
yeah, let me...
the... That's what I want to target.
Don't we,
What was that
probably
call?
don't need to attack that one. He's got the Witch Bolt on him, and since that's a bonus action, I can do a ranged attack and the Witch Bolt on him, which should take him out.
That is true. So maybe I want
Before
to target
Colin
the
misses
sword.
both attacks.
We'll just go for the sword then. Or the fist.
Yeah, it's a
Whatever it
flying
is.
gauntlet. I just use those flying sword tokens because it's the same stats.
That misses.
It does, unfortunately. You swing the long sword, and the thing just bobs down in the air until the sword clangs off the limestone wall.
Unfortunate. Oh well.
That it?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have the two gauntlets. This one first. It is in the same square as. Sorry, yeah. So I guess. Yeah, it's all flavor. Who cares? This one is in the square as the other guy, and having not been hit by anything else yet, it is still gonna be focusing on Moon, which is who it started with. So Moon, 15 to hit,
Hit.
6 points of damage, and that's its turn. The next one is going to fly into the room. It's gonna flip to see which direction it goes. It's going down. Okay, it's gonna go here. Oh yeah, Moon concentration check for Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark has fated, unfortunately. And then this sword is going to try and attack Warden. Nope. Alright, that's the Gauntlet's turns. Valentina, you're up.
alright. Val is going to deal with this guy.
That's weird.
Oh my god, come on.
What's weird? You do graze him, though. What's the graze
Yep.
damage?
Crescent's
3 points.
AC is being overridden. It should be a 16, technically.
For who?
All from studded leather, and then +4 from dex bonus.
For who?
For who?
For Moon.
She has a...
Yeah, it's just giving her 10 plus dex right now, huh?
Yeah. She's not getting a bonus from her armor right now.
She's got an override in her D&D Beyond for some reason.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, you've got...
Yeah, you should have a 16. Let me see
So-
what's going on.
Well, basically, if you click on the armor class icon in D&D Beyond, you'll see that, and then you click on the customize, you'll see that she has an override of 14. That's why.
Yeah, it's not even letting me change it in Foundry. Like, trying to override it there.
There we go. So I haven't. So that didn't hit me.
Correct.
I did feel like a 15 hitting was a little odd. Or a high dex character in light armor.
Let me...
It was like, does she only have leather?
4 plus, and then this one was +2, so 3. Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to give yourself back 6 hit points.
Plus the 10 hit points that was taken away.
6 total. 2 to your base health, 4 to your 10
Yeah.
hit points. I'm just
Yeah, I just fixed that.
trying to figure
I
out
went
why
on
it won't let
to-
me change your AC in Foundry.
As it was pulling it from D&D Beyond, I think.
Yeah, but when I go into the Founder's sheet, it's not constantly pulling it from D&D Beyond, so it should let me change it, but it's not.
Weird.
I can just set it to a flat 16.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
fair.
Still a 14.
Maybe her. Oh, really? Wow. Maybe she needs to unequip her armor in Foundry and then re-equip it.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay. So
Custom formula.
Oh, great. I forgot to add 10 HP.
Yeah, like maybe her armor. No, she doesn't have a custom thing for her armor.
No, I'm trying to set it to that. Like I went to the Founder sheet and said, flat armor 16 nothing, custom formula
Yeah.
16 nothing. I've unequipped
Maybe-
re-equipped the armor.
Maybe delete the armor and then re-import. That might fix it.
That's a good idea. Delete. Ha! Now Moon doesn't have armor, so it did hit.
no. Oh, so I still have concentration on my character, right?
Yes.
Let me just zoom in.
Okay, there's studded leather and equip. Already equipped.
She doesn't have studded leather.
No, I do. It says
Is-
studded leather.
Oh, you do. Oh, you do.
I was gonna say, that's why she
Yeah.
got 16.
Otherwise, it would be 15 and it would have hit.
Fucking gaslight me, Stuart. I just deleted it, re-import. I'm like, did I get the wrong
I
one?
thought she just said I don't know. Anyway. So- but did it change?
Not yet.
Ooh.
It
I don't
still
know.
says
I'll-
14.
I'll have to re-import, I guess, because maybe it is still pulling it from D&D Beyond somehow, even though it's not supposed to anymore.
That's weird.
Or it could just be a desync, and when I actually let me try that because I know it does that shit with tokens. That's probably all it is. Once I reload, it'll watch it. Let me fix it. 1, 2, 3.
Probably.
Sammy causing problems.
Well, I'm the one who brought it up in the first place, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, you fixed
it
the
was
problem.
Kenny.
No, Kenny fixed the problem. You caused the problem.
Wonder how she
Not
had the
even her
override in the
turn.
first place.
I'm
Maybe like
always the problem.
when
No,
switching
so-
armor or something. I don't know.
It had override AC to 14.
Yeah.
And I do not know where that came from.
Stop clicking things when you've been drinking mead.
I think that came from the game that I played Moon before, to be honest. I don't know.
Jeez. I think this is a testament to how little you've been attacked in the first place.
She went down in that wagon
Yeah.
battle.
Mhm.
That is true.
When did I go down?
In the battle with the wagons.
No, I didn't go
No, that was
down.
Attack.
You did go down, and we got you back up.
No, I didn't. I was the one that was dealing all the damage.
You went down early, and you got back up, and then you were doing a whole bunch of damage.
No.
Let me look at my notes.
Still not working. I'll re-import later. For now, we just have to keep in mind her AC is 16.
Um,
I
Okay.
have it fixed on my D&D Beyond.
Yeah,
so-
that's why I'll re-import. So Foundry picks up the right number. Okay, so I did get the 3 graze damage from your sword Valentina, with the great sword miss, unfortunately. Was there anything else in your turn?
No, she just moves right there, and tries to like menace them both. Does she have a bonus action to do anything? Probably not. So I think that might be it for now.
Okay. So
Yeah.
next up, this one is going to swap to their longbow, and is going to take 2 shots at Caitlin. So first, you're the easiest target at the end of the hallway there. Why doesn't it? Oh, because they have. I was gonna say, why is it 1d8 not plus anything? Because they have 0 dex. That would explain it. Which means this is probably not gonna hit at all. Why did it roll disadvantage?
Oh
Whoa.
boy. Is it in melee?
No, it's the one at the other end of the hallway. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why
Maybe
it rolled
it's-
disadvantage.
Because another one of the tokens is within melee.
Maybe, but it shouldn't be calculating that. I don't know. It shouldn't have been disadvantaged as far as I can tell. So in that case, it's the natural 20. So I need to roll another d8.
Because it's a longbow, so the range is
Yeah, well within
ridiculous.
range.
So unless like it's a light situation, maybe you can't see or.
Oh, the token might not have vision even though it's supposed to. That's probably what it is, yeah. Yeah, that's a good call. It's just foundry mechanic then. Okay, so another 2 on the d8, so total of 8 points on the first strike, Caitlin, because unfortunately it was a critical hit. And then second longbow attack, which I'll do the same thing, but we'll just take the left. Another natural 20. Okay.
What?
Another d8.
You're not allowed to roll anymore.
Is that 8?
Oh my gosh!
How much damage?
The first one was 8 total.
You're
Uh-huh.
just down.
The second one is 13.
I'm down.
Whew.
There goes.
There go my dice.
Sanctuary.
Popping
There goes
off.
Twilight Sanctuary, yep.
And I just said too, oh, they have 0 dex, so they're probably not going to hit or do any damage, and then 2 crits. Okay. Well, that's that one's turn. Caitlin, I need you to roll a death saving throw. Here's something, by the way, I don't know if I brought this up before. Do we want to start doing death saving throws hidden? I kind of think we should.
The way I like doing it is the first 2
Yeah. No.
being shown, and then if they
Yeah.
succeed 2 or fail 2, it's hidden from there.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
Or like the first one shown, and then the rest not.
I can try Kenny's way, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sharon, Colin, any thoughts?
I don't care.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll them out in the open until we get 2 of one or the other.
Whoa, so close.
Okay, success. Next up, this one here, who is going to go ahead and attack Valentira with the mace.
I apologize for leaving you.
They haven't hit her yet.
This is true.
First one, natural 1. Second one, natural 1. Okay, good.
Wow.
Double nat 20s,
She's
double
just-
natural 1s.
She's just like switching her legs, but she's just kicking them back into the wall as they're attacking.
Yep, pretty much. And they are not very hardy individuals, so they tumble back into the wall pretty hard. Wow, okay. Alexander, you're up.
Okay. He's going to.
It's not this one. It's selecting the Necromite.
Nice, Colin.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for
Dead.
hit, right? It's just a d12 straight up.
It's an auto hit, yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, I have to.
They are dead, yeah. They had 10 hit points.
That was his bonus action,
That was amazing.
and his attack.
With what? Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
14 hit.
14 does not hit, unfortunately. Describe, by the way, what your Eldritch Blast looked like. It was the first time you used it, right? Or sorry, not Eldritch Blast, Witch Bolt.
Yeah, what does it look like?
Which
Uh,
bolt?
a flaming fist.
No, that's Eldritch Blast, right? What did your Witch Bolt look like?
Oh, it's just a bolt of lightning.
Okay, just a
That's
standard.
the spell description.
Okay.
It's red lightning.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, there we go. It's from the Upside Down. Um,
Oh no.
okay, so first one blasted with the remaining energy from Witch Bolt, and then as he crumbles to the ground, and Caitlin both crumble to the ground, you now have a clear path, and so you aim down the hallway. Unfortunately, the one at the far end seems to be pretty quick, and plenty of time to dodge the spell as it lobs in their direction, and they're able to duck out of the way.
Now it's saying I used my reaction.
It said you gained your reaction, I think, because it was your turn. But,
It says reaction
It has.
used.
Yeah.
oh, yeah. That's weird. It popped. When I saw the fly text, it said reaction plus, so I thought you were gaining it. Yeah, I don't know why that happened, so let's just do this.
Okay, now my witch bolt goes away now, right?
Yes, now it is gone because the target is dead.
Okay.
Okay, this is crazy. Elysium last time. Caitlin this time. What is it with clerics?
Clerics draw a lot of aggro. Like,
Chiron's dice just hate clerics.
that too, apparently.
Yep. Okay.
Hang on, it's still not at your turn yet. There we go. Go for it.
Okay, so I move right here
Okay.
just
so,
to get a good line of sight after I pick up my bow.
well, move back from where you won because that triggers the opportunity from the sword. So let me fire
Okay,
that off real
so
fast.
I'm going to drop my swords and pick up my bow, and I'm going to move over.
Hey, hang on. Well, it missed. Never mind. Carry on.
It still worked.
It still
yeah,
works.
that's weird. I don't know why it actually worked. Okay, carry on.
Okay, so I aim at this one. I change my hunter's mark over to them.
Sure.
Should I just cast it again and then remove it?
You can cast it again and just uncheck the, consume box when you're doing the cast.
Okay.
Doing the double roll thing again.
Yeah, something's. I'm gonna wait for you to re-roll to attack Chiron because I want to make sure that you're not in some kind of double weird sync thing. Because like
Yeah.
220s, 21s. I mean,
No, those were totally separate attacks. I mean, like when she cast Hunter's Mark.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't doing that on my
It's
previous
just the-
attacks. The double.
wasn't.
It's just the
ones.
damage that's doing to it is doing.
Yeah.
It's just certain spells are doing it, and I'm not sure why
Mhm.
anymore. 21 hits. So 10 points of damage plus the 6, so we're at 16 right now. Plus 1, so 17 total damage.
It's a lot of damage.
Yep. And
Uh,
I move over one, so he has a clear line of shot. And that's it.
So lobbing an arrow back down the hallway at the one who just dropped your cleric, and then trying to get a little bit of cover from the possible retaliation. In the meantime, this one over here is probably going to fail twice against Valentina again. First one is 13. Second one,
Miss.
sorry, 15 total. And then an 11 total, so that'll miss as well.
Okay.
Poor guys. Just flailing, no pun intended, wildly at their target, doing absolutely nothing. Warden.
Okay. I have one attacking me. One's trying to attack an ally.
Did that fist thing go away when the cleric went down?
You mean the enemy? When the enemy died?
Yeah.
No, it
The
did
witch
not.
bolt.
Grand.
I was hoping that would be it, but nah.
Strike out. I'm gonna switch my warhammer. Strike out at this thing. Sweet.
16 misses.
They're nimble.
They are very quick.
Okay.
Yep.
Nimble. They be quick. They jump over a candlestick.
Yep.
Anything else, Warden?
I am going to. I don't want another ally going down. Could I stand over top of Kate's unconscious body?
You can, yeah.
That would be.
Just keep in
But
mind,
you'll be.
if she comes back to consciousness, she won't be able to stand up until she crawls out of the way.
Yeah.
Alexander can do spare the dying.
Somebody should do something for her.
Yes, I can't do anything right now, unfortunately.
Yeah. Alexander will cast spare the dying next turn. On his next turn.
Is Warden out of bonus? I mean, out of land hands.
I am. Yes.
You're right.
Otherwise, I totally would just lean down and throw a couple. Okay, it's way. I just don't want Alexander to be an easy shot for the person down the hall.
That's fair.
Well, you know, if he hits Alexander, he's got Hellish Rebuke.
This is true.
Yeah.
What's the range on Hellish Rebuke? 60 feet?
60 feet, I think.
Are they within that?
25, 30, 35, 45, 50. Yeah, 50. Either 50 or 55 feet. 55 feet.
Okay. If you're willing to take the hit for that,
Yeah.
I guess that is
Yeah. I've got
acceptable.
12 points of false life, too.
True. Okay. I guess that's my turn.
Alright. First up, the sword is going to chase after Moon. Get to there. And try to hit. For nope, total of 6.
Nope.
That's his turn. This one's going to try and hit Warden. There we go. Attack. Nope. Neither one able to make any significant contact and do any damage. So that is the two of them. Valentina, you're up.
We'll attack that one again. Hey, I think I hit.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, he had 10 hit points. He is now dead.
Slicey. If only I had Great Weapon Master. Alright, so she focuses her attention on this one. And she does hear her sister cry out, but she takes a peek back to see if she's down, and it looks like she might be, which basically stokes her furor, and she's going to demolish this guy when she gets a chance. That's it.
Alright. Which will then bring us to Miss Longbow, who is not going to shoot Alexander. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is going to shoot Moon. Or try to, anyway. First attack. Again,
Miss.
not disadvantaged. It's an 18 to hit.
Hits.
So 3 points on the first. And then second is a 19. For 1 point of damage.
And that is my spare hit points.
And then I need you to roll 2 concentration checks for Hunter's Mark. Succeeds on the first. And fails on the second, unfortunately. The 1 point of damage, enough to knock out Hunter's Mark.
That is unfortunate.
That was their movement. Do they have... No, it's the other guy that had the voice of command. Okay. So that's their turn. Caitlin does saving throw.
Sorry. Okay,
Sorry for what?
I fell asleep.
Did you really? I would take that as...
Do you know how many times I've fallen asleep while we were playing? Before?
Now I just think I'm a bad DM.
No.
No.
Yeah, I know you
No,
were
it's
feeling
just
well,
long
Sharon.
days.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, success on that one. Next up, the one surviving Necromite. Same thing, gotta fail 2 attacks. First one.
Desync.
Hey!
Nope, never
that one
mind.
hits.
Oh, what is that?
19 to hit, 6 points of damage on the first. And then second,
Finally.
That is your AC, isn't it?
another natural one. He hits, and he's so surprised that he's hit, he stomps and looks at his flail and forgets to swing a second time.
Oh my gosh, I actually did something!
This thing
I'm
works?
so proud of myself!
Pretty much. Alexander. Once I hit the button a few more times. Or not. No.
No, he's going
There we go.
to.
There we go.
Okay, how come nothing happened?
It may not have swapped to your turn yet. Try and do it again.
Okay. Okay, I'm flashing. I'm trying to do spare the dying. Do I have to target it?
Yeah, you should target.
Oh, okay.
Let me move the sword because you might be targeting that. There you go. Yeah, it's got range to it now too, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Okay, Caitlin is stabilized. Don't let me forget though, we'll do the thing where, we let her roll the third death saving throw to see if she nat 20s it. Okay, so that's your action. Anything else, Alexander?
That's it.
Alright. Moon.
Just because I can't see, he has to be within 15 feet.
Yeah,
I'm
he's,
not
he's 10 feet
selected.
around.
Cool.
Okay,
There you go.
perfect. I am going to not even bother with Hunter's Mark. I'm going to just attack.
Go for it.
Why did
20.
it give me disadvantage?
You
Because
actually
of the
do have
sword next to you.
disadvantage, because he is in melee range of you. He's technically right
Oh.
there, but he is still in melee range. But you hit either way, 22 hits. For 6 points, and he's dead. He had 5 hit points
I
left.
just
or
wanted
she.
to. Technically, it's 8 hit point that I took away from him.
No, it's 5. That's all they had to take away.
But I wanted to see just how over I could get.
Well, we'll put it this way: you took away 100% of his remaining hit points. That sounds better.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
2 arrows
More like,
fired in
that's
your
what
direction,
you get for attacking one of my friends.
and attacking you.
And
Don't
me.
forget that. They were just little tiny scratches, nothing to worry about. All right, anything else?
Nope.
All right, Warden.
Kidoki. Once again, try to hit this darn sword or fist, whatever it is.
Gauntlet.
Why did I use my reaction? What?
Oh, because it's not your
It's
turn.
not technically
Yeah,
on my turn. That's why.
really gotta get used to that about the dead people. But a natural 20 hits for 11. It was
You
what
know
the
what?
one above you.
I'm mad at this thing. I am mad at it.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. It's not a phenom undead, so it's just the one. I did the same thing that Hunter's Mark was doing, I think. I don't know why it's doing that. It just does.
It's no. In this case, it's got. Isn't it because it's a crit?
Yeah, so technically it's...
Right, but
both
it
of those,
rolled
but
2d6.
Yeah,
Wait, it did d6 is not d8s.
that's also weird. What? I'm just gonna roll
Everything's
48.
broken! But yeah, like, it should roll double, but it shouldn't roll them in 2 separate boxes, right? And it did
There
a
we
thing
go.
where it rolled the same thing twice.
Yeah, I don't know
and
what's
just
happening.
waited. Yeah, I don't know why. We just ignore the second one, because it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's dead. Very dead.
Thanks.
There we go. That was what, the Warhammer?
Yes.
So yeah, you just uppercut and just send it flying into the ceiling. When it hits the ceiling, there's a pulse of light, and then just lifelessly drops back down to the floor and crunches onto the stonework. Very dead sword or gauntlet. which I will put there just to stay out of the way. Alright, anything else?
No.
Okay.
No, I would imagine it would land over here. Since he did
Sure.
hit it up into the air.
Sure.
It does have the push mechanic. My hammer does have the push mechanic, so.
And then the other one's going to try and hit you. Once I swap to its turn. There we go.
Miss.
You had to say something. As soon as you said miss, I thought to myself, this is going to land.
It landed. You thought that it would land, so it landed.
Nope. If you hadn't said anything, it would have missed. Luckily, it did. It did roll the extra damage die. So yeah, another 11 points.
I have an insanely good AC, and it would have missed if you hadn't said that.
So yeah, as you're, golf swinging the first one up into the ceiling,
Sorry.
and watching it arc back down, the second one just like full on cold clocks you over the back of the head, and you stumble forward a little bit. Definitely hurt. But that's its turn. So Valentina.
All right.
14 hits. Guys don't have great AC. 8 points of damage. There we go, got it. Once again, just, kick him into the wall, and while he's there, just stab him in the shoulder with a sword and pin him to the wall for a split second before you rip it back out. You can already see he's losing a lot of blood.
Prepare to meet your god for your past transgressions. And she's getting impatient with this guy and ready to go help her sister. Done.
Speaking of, Caitlin, I know you're stabilized, but go ahead and roll the d20 just to see if you get a natural 20 and get back up on your feet.
Stabilized. This is my third.
What did I just say, Sharon?
Stabilized. You are stabilized.
We do the homebrew thing where I don't like to take the roll away from you in case you natural 20 it and can get back up. There's no downside to it. If you nat 1, it doesn't matter at all. You're still stabilized. It's just to try and let you guys have that heroic moment on occasion.
I've only done 2 saves.
Oh my goodness.
But you were
Right.
spared the
Yes,
dying.
but you were spared the dying.
I fell asleep.
Get some coffee. Drink something with caffeine.
Okay, good. Still stabilized. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Okay. Next up, Necromite. He's gonna try and hit Valentina again. Probably gonna fail. First one. 19 to hit, 21 total. 1 whole point of damage. That can't be right. It is. They don't have any... The other one didn't have dex, this one doesn't have strength. So... Good. But their ranged attack would be a disadvantage, and it's only 1, so... Okay, 1 point of damage, second attack.
Wow.
13, that'll miss. Oh, and right, I don't think we did it last time either. The concentration for Shield of Faith.
Oh.
So yeah, you've
Alright.
been hit twice so far now, so I need 2 saves. DC 10 both
Okay.
times.
Yep.
Cool. Oh, nice. It was almost a 4.
I was like, no. I saw that 2 in the 4. I was like, eh.
Alright, that's that one's turn. It is Alexander's go.
Okay, he's gonna attack.
Let it get to your character first. I think it did. Okay, we're good. Nope, 13 not enough. It seems like it should be easy to hit, but the thing is darting through the air and ducking behind Warden and flying up unexpectedly. It's like trying to hit a gnat. It's a pain in the butt. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright, Moon.
Okay. I'm just going to try to fire an arrow at it. We're all targeting one single thing.
Almost all of you. Just 3 out of 5, technically.
Just 3.
Majority of us.
Oh, one's unconscious, one's fighting something else. That's 25 hits. 12 points of damage. plus so 15 total.
Can it take psychic damage?
Oh, good question. Effects. No, not biography. Immunity. Psychic damage. Nope. Good call.
Figure
Okay, so-
being an inanimate object.
Yep. Yeah, that was a very good call.
It still takes the piercing damage,
Yep.
so
Took
it
12.
still takes the 12.
Yep. Which.
Just doesn't take the 13, the 3.
Yep. There we go. I only told it to undo the 3, but it undid all of it. So. All right. So you knock your arrow and wait for it to go into a dive and kind of lead the target, and it just pierces right through. And this thing is just flying around now with an arrow sticking out of it, like it doesn't even care. Anything else?
Object.
All right. I believe that'll bring us to
Nope.
Warden.
Nope.
Nope. All right, back to the sword. Or gauntlet. I keep doing it too now. Nope, natural one. Volunteer.
Alright, so Val swings and tries to end this guy's wretched
Definitely
life.
hits. And that is enough to finish him off.
Alright. And, barely even looking at him as she swings, she just, comes up 5, 10, let's see, 20, can I go diagonal here?
I haven't seen
25.
you move at all. So, there it goes.
Yeah, 20,
5, 10.
and then 25. Alright, and she, without
Does the
even
sword get
caring
the
what's around there,
Yeah, the sword would get an opportunity attack when you do that.
that's fine.
Let's see if
Do you
it'll
need
let
me
me hit. No, I'm gonna see if it'll let me from a distance. If not, I'll move it.
Alright.
Hey, let me do it anyway. Okay, cool.
Sweet. Alright, and then she will kneel down to lay on hands. To Kate.
Can I make Sharon wake up?
Whoops. Target.
Is she awake? Hey, 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 wake up, wake up, wake up.
And I will do 5.
All
No,
right.
do I want to do 5? No, I'm not going to do 5. I'm going to do 2.
2 works.
And go.
I'm 2.
All right. Caitlin opens her eyes, looks a little disoriented as she's still on the ground there, but you know she's back from the brink. And
Yeah. Fun.
and I believe that'll do it for your turn. So then we will move on to Kate.
Alright. I lay on hands myself.
Sure. Yeah. How
Oh,
many
you mean
points do you
like
give yourself?
Celestial
I have
the-
healing. Yeah,
the
I have
ASMR
healing
thing?
hands.
Healing hands.
Yeah.
healing hands? That's probably what I should have did. But oh well.
5 hit points. Okay. So back up to 7 total. Anything else in your turn? Would you like to stand up or anything?
Yes, I stunned.
There you go. And it is
And there's
healing hands is
still-
what, your action?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything on a bonus? Any movement? The thing has used its reaction, so you can move away freely if you want to.
Okay.
On your feet.
Oh yeah, go down the one hallway you guys haven't checked out yet. That's smart.
I'm just getting away from that flying sword that wants to stab me.
You ran into the hallway, that's a mimic. Nice job. Oh wait, it wasn't Stuart, so it's not a mimic.
But the first 5 feet is trapped. It's a pit. Yeah!
She gets up, walks away, and just vanishes. You guys never see her again. Anything else, Caitlin?
Nope, I'm done.
Alright, Alexander.
Okay, Alexander's going to Move back here. And then
Yeah, that'll hit. There you go.
Last.
And that'll finish it off. Very nice. Seems to be a little slowed down by the arrow sticking out of it. The feathers from the arrow kind of catch the air and give it a little bit of extra drag. And so you're able to just carefully aim that shot, wait for the right moment, and just blast it into 10 different pieces that go flying around the room.
We should take a rest.
Does it
Heal up.
And with that, we are out of combat.
We're kind of in a place that
Yeah, we
I
can't.
mean,
We can't long rest yet.
we can't
You
long
can short
rest.
We could potentially short rest, but just got to be careful about it. So,
This would be your second of the day, FYI.
Val is just going to go up to Kate and check her out. She kind of just sort of nudges Alexander out of the way.
Well, first off, why don't we go ahead and take our break, and then we'll
Cool.
get to that when we get
Yep.
back.
All right.
All
Okay.
right, back
Okay.
with you.
B.
Bye. Hello? Who's there? I hear your footsteps.
Looks like we're all here. So, who is doing what?
Alexander's going to check the bodies.
And Val just goes up to Kate and just to see, if she's okay.
I'm fine, and I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Oh, and what happened to those fist thingies when they went away?
The physical gauntlets are just in the room now. One of them got blasted apart, but the other one's just on the floor, inanimate.
Pretty badly dented up.
Yeah, it's been knocked around for sure.
I'm gonna head down and check out this room, make sure it doesn't lead anywhere.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation. Alexander, as you check over the bodies, the two in the room there with you, one of them has a mace and a longbow, and they are wearing chainmail and have a shield. The other body has a spear. What are they wearing? They have a spear and chainmail. And then the three dead guys in the other room have just some nasty robes that they're wearing, covered in dust and dirt, but each one of them has another one of those flails. And between all 5 of the bodies, you find a total of 27 gold and 51 copper.
Oh,
Sorry, not copper, silver.
What did you
Okay.
find in that room?
Okay, let's put all of it in the party treasure.
I'm already doing it.
Warden,
Alright.
in that room down there. You don't find indication of any passage out of the room. However, once you're able to get a good look in there, it does look like this was some kind of a tomb or crypt of some kind, though the far end of it has collapsed inward partially. However, hidden amongst the bones and the rubble that you find in the room, you spot a number of books that looks like they were trying to kind of cover up maybe before all this went poorly.
If they're trying to cover them, they're important. So I'm going to start fishing them out as carefully as I can.
Sharon's gonna hate me for this, but it looks like a trio of spellbooks.
Oh boy. And we don't have a wizard in this party.
Nope. I promise I did not put them there just because there's no wizard in the party.
But we do have a warlock who might know
Can't
a few
use them.
things.
Yeah, he can't use spellbooks.
But he could determine what spells they are.
Sure. Well,
Yeah.
even then, probably not. He doesn't
Yeah.
work spells the same way a wizard does. Like a bard could tell what they were, but not so much a warlock.
While they're doing all this,
we'll
Valentina is just
figure it out
keeping
later.
watch on the 2 hallways.
Sure, seems pretty quiet.
I'll come back into this main thoroughfare with the 3 books in hand.
How about we take a break in this room after we clear out these bodies?
Alexander's coming over here.
The room obviously floods again, Alexander. You see a few more pillars supporting the ceiling, and from that perspective, can see a larger chamber, and then directly across from you, another hallway that bends out of sight.
Okay, he's going to head back. I just want to make sure there was nothing around the corner.
Warren, could you help me drag these bodies into that little room that you came out of?
I could certainly assist in that manner.
Perfect. So
I see
I'm going
Alexander
to-
wander off, and then I see Valentina quickly like run after him.
Pretty much.
Oh, and I guess we can turn off. Oh, it is off. The camera count shows you still having Eldritch
Yeah.
Witch Bolt on.
I see it as well.
I do not see it.
What if I do
It's
this?
probably a desync.
I lost which
No,
bolt.
that's his false life.
No,
Or
there's
some
a
more-
lightning. No, there's still a lightning bolt between you and the token on the camera account and on Stuart's end.
Yeah.
It's not on my end as the DM, so yeah, it's a desync for the
Right.
camera account for Stuart.
I am reloading now. Then, I mean, I don't know. I can see it move and everything.
Yeah, it doesn't completely like stay desynced. It's just it desyncs. Oh, sometimes it does, but sometimes it'll just desync when an effect is supposed to end or come out, and so it doesn't get the update or whatever. So
Yeah, it's gone now. All right. Well, Val is just going to just have a look down this hall, but I think she can put together where it goes. So, she will come back down.
bold of you to assume.
So I'm going to drag the bodies into this room.
Sure.
I'll help.
Don't I have to do some like athletics or something to do that?
It's not something that has a massive consequence. You know, you're not like trying to move something to explore something. You're just dragging a body into a different room. Like, I don't usually make you guys do checks for just little things like that.
Okay. So I'm going to I guess sit down on the ground and put my hands together. I'm all like, "Hey guys, we're taking a break. We need to heal up. Get in here so I can cast alarm."
And Valentina will call back down to the rest, saying, "I believe this tunnel goes back to the other room. I'm going to make sure it does." And then she will just go to do what she suspects.
And you never hear from Valentina again.
We do not split up the party.
Too late.
All right, so she looks over here, which looks familiar.
Yeah, it circles back around.
All right, she comes back.
Caitlin, no sounds of any hollow spaces on the walls.
Warren, why don't you get in here and volunteer too?
Simply waiting for Valentina.
Okay. And then I am going to ritually cast
Do we? Oh, it's
Alarm.
Warden who's messed up.
Okay, so you take the next 11 minutes to cast alarm across the front of the door.
Okay.
So before we actually rest, Valentina is looking at everybody, and at a counter, it only seems like Warden is really messed up. Although Kate is damaged, but or wounded a bit or whatever, but not horribly.
Yeah. Warden is pretty substantially dinged and dented and slowly leaking oil.
So, do we want to actually do the short rest? Oh, you don't have any spell slots left, do you?
If I cast mending on you, would that work? Never mind. I
No.
don't have mending.
Unfortunately, I count as humanoid.
Yeah.
No, you're also a construct, right?
It does not work.
Technically, no.
Nope.
Mending does not work on Warforged.
Yeah, if
If
you're
I
an
was an
artificer,
autognome, then yes.
in artificer creations it would work, but not.
Rusty. Oh, poor Warden. But you're going to need to get in here because you're right. You're not in the
Yes, I am.
perimeter. No, you're not.
She's putting
not.
down the alarm
Yes.
right there.
I'm putting on the alarm right there and right
Which
there. It's a
I don't.
20-foot spear. It's a 20-foot It's a 20.
Yeah, 20-foot radius sphere.
Or box or whatever. 20 foot of something.
Ah, shoot.
20-foot cube.
I didn't mean to put it there. I meant put it over me. Can you move it?
I don't see anything.
I put it over here.
Oh, yeah, way over there.
Wow.
Is that where you want it?
Yeah.
I think having it
All right.
cover this door up here would actually be
those
better.
two doors, all those entrances.
Yeah,
Up
that'd be
here.
better.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Put it there. And then I'm going to be like, we rest, we heal up as much as we can, then we move out.
Belle, she's going to be sentry here.
Okay, so you guys gonna take the next hour to short rest?
Yeah.
Suppose so.
The hour passes by without issue, so go ahead and roll hit dice and whatnot.
The only damage that Volunteer took was from the temporary hit points, so she's been fine.
I can't do that again, guys. I have no more channel divinities left. I have blown my wad. And I only have one more. Enough juice for one small spell other than my little spells.
It's
tiny
unfortunate. I could
spells.
really do with some healing.
Here. I guess I'll give you my last little spell.
I think it's better to
There you
use the magic
Oh.
to get someone back up.
Yeah, you should wait.
Okay. I'll take it back.
Alright, short rest complete. No alarm gets set off. Volunteer, you don't see anything suspicious in the hallways. Not directly, anyway. Whether or not the shadows maybe play tricks on your minds is up to you. But the rest
Okay.
completes. Everyone's taking their breather.
Alright. If you're all feeling better, let's proceed down this way. And she points towards the east. So
Okay.
we start walking forward.
And the alarm goes off.
Well, interesting
You can have it
point,
set up
however.
behind us, so if it comes up behind us, it goes off.
Yeah, it's unwanted creatures. But the
I cannot move. Help. Help.
where are you?
Help.
What?
Help.
Where?
He's under one of the dead bodies.
Thank you. There you go.
Thank you.
You can also use arrow keys if you get stuck like that.
So important point though, before you guys move out, Eyes of Night has faded. It lasts for an hour. So you guys no longer have 300-foot dark vision, and Warden no longer has dark
Except
vision.
for
at all.
me.
Yes. So it's back to 60 for everybody else. Oh,
And
good.
Neil
It already-
for
360 for me. Go, Kate.
Isn't it just 300?
Well, my D&D sheet says 360.
Now, the base of 60, does it add it? Or does it
No,
replace
it's
it?
supposed to just override.
Okay.
Not that it matters.
I'm
I don't
300.
very rarely have maps that are beyond 300 feet, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out a torch
Alexander likes a
and a
torch.
tinderbox.
I cast light on a pebble and I hand it to Warden.
That'll also work, I suppose.
Are you still wanting to light a torch, Alexander?
No, doesn't need it now.
So just the pebble. I'm just going through and making sure all the tokens are right again.
Yeah. Did you want a pebble?
No, he's got
Alex,
dark vision. He was just gonna light a torch and so
He was trying to be considerate.
yeah.
Okay, and the light spell is 2020, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. Warden is now emitting light. Everyone's vision should be back to normal, except Kate, who's got 300.
All right. And
I'm only
Faith
seeing
is
20 foot
gone,
bright.
so
There's no
get rid of
daylight.
that. And
Didn't I do this
All right.
before? It's set to 2020, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I
didn't
think
we-
you have to set the dim to 40 though.
Oh, right, that's what it was. Yeah, good call. There you go. That should work.
It's technically.
Yeah, it extends 20 feet beyond the 20 feet of the bright.
all right, so Val's going to continue to go forward.
So, like I told Alexander before, you see several pillars holding up the ceiling in this room. Once again, you see a path down to the south, which curves around out of sight. To the west there, which I think is in your line of sight, you see... let me make sure I'm looking at the right spot. Yeah, there we go. The eastern part of this room is unlit, flooded, and braced with floor-to-ceiling wooden beams. Rough-hewn steps rise out of the murky water to the western portion of the room, which is dry and lit by torches in sconces that flank a stone altar. Shackled to the wall behind the altar is a sickly-looking man in a loincloth with a burlap sack over his head. You can also see, as you get a little bit closer, an alcove to the north up there, which contains a freestanding suit of plate armor, which is currently missing its helmet and both of its gauntlets.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Elda, can you hear me?
No response.
There's
Circumventing
stairs.
Okay.
There are.
Val's going to approach, keeping an eye on this plate armor, make sure it's not moving.
It is not moving.
I'll keep watch of the plate.
As you get closer to the man hanging off the wall, you see a very fresh-looking wound, right kind of in the rib area on his left-hand side. It looks, you can see fresh blood has poured out of it, and it looks like it only just recently stopped pouring out of it. It's about the size of a spearhead. You can also see a number of other wounds and cuts and scrapes and bruises, many of which look very, very fresh across this poor individual's
They're
body.
the dying?
He's already gone, unfortunately.
Ah.
The needless torture here, and she's going to carefully go around this altar, but she's going to try and get him unshackled or unbound from the wall.
Without any sign of the keys. Well, actually, sorry, you would have found the keys on the two bodies back there in the previous hallway. Key for the shackles. So you can, Alexander can produce that if he would like, since he searched the bodies, and you can undo the shackles and take him down off the wall. It also might strike some of you that had you perhaps approached a bit
Not
more quietly.
rested?
No,
Yes.
had you perhaps? Oh, sorry. I forgot about the short rest when I was describing that. He died about an hour ago. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Had you guys, perhaps been a bit more quiet and not blasted through 3 doorways and alerted everyone in the immediate vicinity to your presence, who knows? You may have been able to save this individual.
All right, so she brings him over to the center of this room, lies him down, takes off the hood. I think you said he was hooded.
He had, like a hood over his head, like a, sack.
She takes that off, the satchel, and she just looks out at him, observes him, and tries to see if he has any sort of identifying clothing or anything on him at all to give, or what he might look like.
I stopped splitting off from the party.
All she did was go around. I can see Kate right now. It's fine.
Okay, so
So the individual on the ground he's been stripped clean, like he's in like I said a loincloth and that sack over his head, and that was it. So there's no clothing or any identification on possessions or anything like that. Make a perception check, Val.
All right.
Not a whole lot to go on, but what does strike you as odd is that aside from the very fresh wounds that he has on him, all of which seem to be relatively recent, if it weren't for those, he would be in remarkably good shape, like well groomed even.
Okay. Does he look like he's an older person?
He's a bit older, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm home. My medicine checks suck, guys.
Wow.
Let me try.
In your medicine.
He's still a little woozy from having been knocked out recently.
Well, Val will just sort of tell the rest of the group that this one died not too long ago. A shame we could not save him.
I rolled better.
You learn nothing new. He was stabbed. You're pretty certain. Caitlin wasn't sure if he was stabbed or not, but you're pretty sure he was stabbed.
Hey, so guys, there's a door down over here, and I point. And then there's another door, of course, over there. Everybody's pricing that one, but there's another door over here.
I can't tell where you're pointing to, but I know that there's one over here.
Yeah, and then south.
One right here,
Yeah,
and then
okay.
one right here.
Well, let's do the door up here. Because that way,
So,
don't want to have a opportunity
Multiple-
for someone to block our way out.
You don't want to have multiple doors opening all at once and having to fight on multiple fronts.
Yeah, that
Again.
would be who would do that? While they're looking at the door, Val is going to look over towards Warden, and I suppose we both cast our eyes over, try to take the armor off.
Okay, so you soon learn that unfortunately the armor seems to be welded together, so as to keep it in this display position.
okay. Let's display armor.
Okay. Alexander's going to investigate the altar.
Not much to it. It's very similar in construction to the other one you guys passed previously, but there's nothing on top of this one. There's no even signs to who it's dedicated to.
He's going to look at the floor, see if there's any drag marks on the floor.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
Idly to Warden, Val says, the missing gauntlets, we understand where they are, but odd that the helmet is gone.
Yes. Do we have to be on the lookout for a floating helmet now?
Who knows what these cultists may get up to, so whether we see it, if we do, we will strike it down.
It does give me
Sure,
more
guys.
concerns as to the rest of this armor as well, though.
Do we go east or do we go south?
I
East
say
would-
we go this way.
Eastwood first.
Okay.
Alexander has a point.
All right. To the east we go.
Okay, Alexander's going to check the door for traps.
Investigation.
I'm pointing my.
Hey.
Oh wow! Wow. Okay.
Does it play like a flute
Finally?
sound?
You did.
Cool. Okay, so no signs of traps on the door, Alexander. However, as you get really close to it, and you're examining like where the keyhole is and around the hinges to see if you can spot signs of a trap, you smell something, and it smells almost like rotting eggs.
Sulfur.
Sulfur.
Stand back. She tells everyone. And she's going to come up to here.
I'm going to get my bow at the ready.
And then she's going to look pointedly forward as her eyes become golden, and she will use her channel divinity to do the divine sense. So let me see if I can actually do that here.
I don't think that divine sense can go through solid objects.
It depends on
It's
how thick it
not
is. It can go through a door.
Yeah, and that was the wrong one, so I'm gonna take that one back because that's not.
Wrong channel divinity.
Oh my gosh!
Also, it
Stop it.
has had its.
I don't even know what's going on
Some
here.
of its restrictions removed, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we checked it out last session,
Here
the
we
session
go.
before. It says specifically, like, you know, what you can see through.
Okay.
Okay. And you search for all three at once now, right? Or is it still picking one? I forgot.
I think
It's all
no.
now.
It's just all.
As
Okay.
well as consecrated and desecrated ground.
Yep. Your channel divinity doesn't pick up anything on the other side of the door or in the room with you.
Okay.
Not even, Alex?
I mean,
Again,
she's used
I
to it.
mentioned that previously, but that's at this point we kind of just that's expected.
Yeah. She says, the smell of sulfur, so we guess. I thought might give it away, but apparently there is nothing ahead. She's going to open the door.
You open the door, and you definitely pick up the scent Alexander was talking about once you do, and it wafts into the area right there in front of it. It's pretty strong, but you open the door, see more flooding, more support pillars. Nothing attacks.
Though I sense no fiends ahead, still the cultists may lay in wait. Prepare yourselves. And she steps forward. Carefully, and then she's going to step forward again. Alright. She's going to start going north.
What's the how long does channel divinity last now?
Is it a burst?
10 minutes.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was longer than previously.
Sweet. Is it 10 minutes?
It is 10 minutes, yes.
Nice.
I just checked it.
Nice.
Who shut the door? Stop shutting the door! Stop! Bad kitty.
Okay.
I didn't mean
So we have
to.
a path to the south here.
Anyway, so she's going to go here so that she can see. Okay, there is a path to the south. She'll go here.
I'm gonna stand station here. Well, the
Hey,
rest of them is
Do
investigated.
shut the door behind us.
Go here.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything of note so far as she's wandering through?
Just more flooding, more support pillars.
Anything here with next to like the stones?
Nope, just a partially collapsed corner of that room,
All right.
and that same smell pervasive throughout this area.
She as she's getting over here next to the other, she just says, "We found a secret entrance that led here into these cultists' lair. There might be another in this chamber." And
Right here, keeping an eye on this southern route. You guys go look for
Okay.
secret entrance.
all right, so she's gonna go with Alexander down here.
Oh, by the way, Kate, do you want to take one of those chainmail?
Oh, there was chainmail on those guys? Yeah,
Like while you did the rest, maybe.
yeah. Could I do that? Can I take one
Oh,
of the
boy.
chainmail and put it on
Yeah, sure,
while we were waiting?
sure.
It
Alright,
does require
So-
13 strength. Do you
I have
that?
13 strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna take that off of the party loot then, real quick. One sec.
Add a chain shirt to the party loot.
All right, 4 and only 1 chainmail.
Weren't you using a weird, like, dwarf piece Or is that the other
No,
campaign?
I gave that to the guy to.
Oh, to get
refit
refitted.
the
Right.
plate mill.
Yep.
So, yeah. We were having it refit into the actual plate armor, or the...
Yeah, having it resized to fit her properly, yep.
Well, no, we were gonna have it... It was part of plate armor, right?
Right.
She only took,
The whole-
she only took part
Yeah.
of it to kind of
Well,
pretend it was half
You,
plate.
you took it all,
Yeah.
but it was sized for a dwarf. And so
Right.
what I said was, I'll let you use that piece as a half breastplate until it's resized. And then you guys gave
Right.
it 2 Zodge with the rest of the stuff. Most of it to sell, but the plate armor to resize so she could use it.
Right.
Right, but it's going to be plate armor at the end, though, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Hey.
Okay,
18,
so...
yes, harder to hit. I'm so happy.
Until I crit twice in a row.
Alright. Well,
To you too.
another corridor with doors. And so we must make a decision. Southward or to the east?
Let's go back and check the south passage real quick.
Let's also check the passage
Very well.
earlier here.
Okay, this way. We're gonna check this passage down here.
Yeah.
Arrgh.
Okay.
There we
I'm
go.
going to get out of the way and let somebody else go in front of me.
Warden. This dry,
Yes.
partially collapsed room contains a stone altar with humanoid skulls and bones piled all around it. The top of the altar is covered with dozens of half-melted candles made of black wax, all currently unlit.
Great. Another altar.
Alexander's going to inspect the floor. How dusty is the floor?
Fairly.
Any tracks or anything? Evidence that this has been used recently?
Make a survival check.
I'll assist him.
Roll with advantage.
Roll one more time.
Oops, wrong one.
You see very small tracks that you think might belong to, say, rats, which isn't too surprising. You do see a couple of larger tracks, but looks like dust has been filling them in again recently as well. So probably not used anytime recently.
Gosh, you know what this means? This place has been down here and used for these unholy rites for a very long time.
So it would appear. Anything special about this altar?
All the candles on it.
But they're not lit, though.
I
Correct.
touch a candle.
You explode.
No. I'm trying to see if if the wax is soft, like it's been lit recently.
Doesn't look like it, no.
Okay.
Or feel like it, I
It's-
suppose.
To seem, at least, this chamber has not seen use in quite a while.
Did not.
And Val's going to... Well, alright. Do we want to see if we can do anything with this altar or anything like that? There doesn't seem to be any sort of imagery or anything like that dedicated to one of the three gods.
Aside from just all the bones everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Water bones, most likely.
Well,
Alexander's going to look at the bones, see if he can figure out how they died.
Roll a medicine check with disadvantage.
is there anything in amongst the bones of interest?
Is that the control?
For disadvantage, yes.
I see what he's doing, and I start looking at the bones.
Ooh, good rolls.
A number of
Is
ways.
it-
There are a number of skeletons here. You see a crushed-in skull. You see what look like stab wounds around some of the ribs. That one looks like it's missing part of a vertebra. So a lot of different ways, but probably none of them peaceful, as best you can tell. Which Caitlin can confirm.
Yeah, murder cults. We already knew that. Let's keep going, guys.
All
I wanna
right.
get this
Well,
done so I can go find a nice soft bed.
Is that Caitlin talking or Sharon?
Caitlin. I'm getting
No,
very
the
low on
answer-
resources.
The answer to that question is yes.
all right. So
Yes.
Val, Val's going to try to open this door.
It is locked.
Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. And I'm going to try picklock it with my claws.
Lockpick it with your claws.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Again, I forget. Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
No.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
Well, just a dexterity check. Sleight of hand's
Oh.
different.
Oh, yeah, you break a claw.
You do feel something crack, and it's not the lock.
At least it didn't get the quick. I moved to a different claw and I tried again.
Give me another check.
Jeez.
Second goes by,
I
and
think
you hear
this
the
is a sign.
same exact crack.
I switched to another claw.
Perhaps in this case, a brute force might work.
Shush. The last time we used brute force, somebody died.
Yes, the cultist.
That elderly man we found hanging on the wall.
So that would have worked, except 2 failed attempts with crude tools increases the DC. So...
Did she fail by 1?
yes.
It is.
The DC is a 15 if you're proficient in thieves' tools. If you're not, the DC goes up because you're not proficient at it. And so you're just using substandard tools, and the 2 failures...
I forgot. I would have given her guidance, but it's probably too late. Right.
For that one, unfortunately, yes, it's too late. You feel like it should be
Okay.
working, Moon, but then you kind of like stop and look in, and you can see bits of like claw shavings, and one of the pieces that broke off from the other claw is just in the lock, and it's making things more difficult.
So,
I tap
are
on the
you going
lock
to?
to see if it can come out, and then I try again.
before you try
Guidance.
again, yes, I'm going to give you guidance since I'm right next to you.
So, do I only get one guidance?
Yes.
Yes, they don't stack.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Not that
since
it
I
would matter
can't.
at this point, because 2 guidances still wouldn't get you high enough.
Oh, jeez, they're all 11.
Roll the d4.
So I'm roll a d4.
Okay. So it's high enough that you don't hurt yourself this time around. But you definitely feel a larger, like the whole pretty much end of the claw just snap upright, and now you know there's just a big old chunk of nail stuck in the lock.
Breaking it down's now our only choice.
I believe so. Walden, shall we?
Fine.
Oh, very well.
I think we have the same strength, but you're like beefier or bigger or whatever, so you can do it.
I have hammer,
Yeah, you got a hammer.
whereas
I have hammer.
I have hammer.
Yeah, tomorrow, when we come out, we need to get a crowbar.
What
That
we
would be
need
nice.
to get is thieves' tools.
Yeah, we could get
And
you some
someone
of those.
proficient with them.
I know. Buy someone proficient with them as well.
okay.
Yeah.
I will assist however I can if he needs to be like, any kind of leverage or I don't know. Are you using like your hammer or I don't even know how I can
I think I'm just gonna smash my hammer against the lock. See where that
Use
gets
the
me.
Yeah.
top of your hammer and you thump
Oh.
right on the lock.
I'm not quite sure how I can assist. But
Probably
so
best
I'll
to just give him guidance if you want.
Sure, I'll do that.
So we went the entire last campaign with my thief never once being able to use thieves' tools.
That is not true. You picked several locks.
We are.
I remember
Very-
trying to think of different ways to describe it because I was feeling bad that I, would default to the same description of the lock clicking open. I know for a fact you picked a number of locks.
Okay. So just melee attack
Sure.
the door?
Val
Oh,
just
right,
sort
I
of
need
touches his
to target
shoulder.
someone. We'll target myself.
Roll a d4.
A d4.
It hits. Didn't need the d4, I just want to see it. Go ahead and roll damage.
D8 plus 3. Just easiest for me to do this.
Okay. So, good swing. Again, stationary target, easy enough to hit. Hammer connects.
Silent.
Oh, I must have unqueued. What was the last thing I said?
Wow, you're
Hello?
What?
What?
You're cutting in and out.
Can you... How do I sound now?
Okay.
say something else right now.
Tacos. I want a taco.
Yeah, you're okay now.
Man,
You
my
described it's easy enough to hit, a stationary target.
Yep, there's a loud screeching and bending of metal as the hammer impacts, as well as this ricocheting ping sound from... Bless you. From metal on metal, you hear wood splinter, and the entire knob kind of drops a half-inch into the door as it sinks deeper into the wood. Another solid hit like that, and it'll probably come loose. Oh wait, it's bludgeoning damage versus the structure, so technically, well, you don't have siege or anything.
Yeah.
So it's still be normal. That hits. Give me some more damage. Oh yeah, second one thing just comes off entirely, and then the door slowly creaks open as there's nothing holding it in place anymore.
Certainly not quiet.
Not at all.
We are not a stealthy group. We are
Clearly not.
the opposite of stealthy.
The
Clang,
only
clang, clang.
the only stealthy person here is Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not proficient in these tools.
Oh,
Shush!
Alright, so we go forward.
cha 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 cha.
And another door, and
Cha cha.
I think I see something.
Make a perception check.
Perception.
You see some rats.
Okay, rats.
Rats.
What is it, Warden?
It's not movement, just rats.
Hey. Don't try to climb me. I'm not a tree.
But you look so tree-like.
Another door
I'm not
here.
the one with branches coming out of my head. That's him. I point to Alexander when I say that.
Well,
Well, we have a
How
door here and a door here.
The door, that
what lies-
door, it goes
what
back
lies ahead?
towards where we. That door leads back to the dead man.
We don't know that.
I
Open
am a
up
map.
the door.
I do maps. I'm keeping track in my head how we go around these things. I'm paying attention.
Val's gonna squeeze by Warden.
And now I want to see you make a cartography check to see if you can actually achieve that properly.
Valentira, from there, you can see
Yep.
another partially collapsed room, 3 of the 4 wooden beams still intact. The 4th one at the back has been sheared off, no longer supporting the ceiling. There is a scorched wooden table with a human cadaver resting atop it at the far end by the rubble. And you see the rats kind of swarming around that table, and a few of them standing up and nibbling at the fingers of this body that's hanging off the table.
Lovely.
Boy.
Vile things.
Oh, tree.
Let's see.
And then you hear a couple footsteps.
Oh. Okay.
And see a frighteningly thin woman in a black robe peek around one of the remaining support pillars. And then hold up a hand, palm out towards you, as if to say, wait. And then points a finger at you. And a tiny little bead of red flies forward into the hallway.
Duck.
I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, this is not going to end well for me.
Fireball.
This is one of the reasons that you guys are level 3 and not level 2 right now.
But it's fucking fireball.
And
Alright.
it's a deck save. I don't have anything to help me with the deck save. So, yeah.
Can I use my inspiration on that?
Sure.
That's much better.
Nice. Warden and Moon succeed. Everyone else has failed.
Would someone like my inspiration?
Yes.
Yeah, give it to Valentera.
Okay. Claim it, Val.
$14 is the DC.
I could have just kept my. I could have kept my 14 then.
Sure, but there's no
Yes,
way
you
you guys
could've.
know that, so.
Nope.
Okay, so Warden, Moon, and Valentera will take half damage. Unfortunately, Alexander and Kate are going to take full damage as, yes, a little bit of red flies forward just past Valentera's head and just over Warden and detonates as a fireball erupts. The door flies open as the lock and door itself are destroyed. And you guys are going to take... Let me mark off your spell slot. Okay.
This could.
Those who failed, take 23. Those who succeed,
Down.
take 11.
Okay.
Ow.
Has anyone got
Very
fire
much
resistance? I don't think
Yep.
so. Do you?
Narcot.
Okay, then
Radiant.
you take 11 as well, Alexander, instead of the full 23.
I am a cat.
So you take extra fire damage.
am a hairball. My hair is singed. I am not a happy camper.
You avoided majority of the damage, however. So it's
Yes.
just a little patchy.
Sure, yeah. Besides, where it is singed, it's black, so you can't tell. It's fine. So as the
Going back to
fireball...
sleep, guys.
Here, let me open this door as well. You can indeed see that it leads around, just as Caitlin was saying, and Warden, as you turn to tell her good job, as the fire fades, you realize she's on the ground again. Shit. Explosion goes off. Those of you who are able to duck and cover your heads and allow the fire to kind of roil over you, and you feel the backs of your necks and your armor and the backs of your arms get scorched, but for the most part it seems to pass over, and while a little singed, you're okay. One of you, however, on the floor completely once again. And with that, we're going to call the session there for the week, and we'll pick up next week with an initiative roll. Yeah, downside to making a lot of noise as you move about. She heard you guys coming and was waiting.
I'm at 3
Yikes.
Like I said, one of the reasons you guys are level 3 and not level 2 at this point, because as written, you'd be level 2.
I didn't know
Okay.
what the designers were thinking.
Exactly. That's why most people start this campaign a few levels higher, because, yeah, it's crazy. Just, hey, after all the stuff you've been through, have a fireball. So, yeah. Alright, guys.
All right.
I'm sure you guys will be fine.
Someone-
You guys will be fine.
some old woman's head's gonna be chopped off. That's what's gonna happen.
I never said she was old. I said she was thin.
Alright.
That's
Some
a-
young person's head is going to be
Lady's
chopped
head.
off.
No, some thin, roby woman specifically.
Hey, stop! And then
Real quick.
pew.
The door that's behind Alexander, does that also get blown open?
That's actually, I think, just out of range from where it goes off because it's a 20-foot radius. So if it's there, 5, 10, it's kind of like on the edge. I think it's at the tail end of the explosion, so I don't think it's been blown off yet.
Yeah, it might be singed, but yeah.
I don't get why we actually just stopped. Like, why?
Because maybe she's
We see
friendly. Oh,
someone
never
come
mind.
Okay. And nobody down here is friendly. Everybody.
Yes, we should assume everyone in this area is a cultist.
Yep. Well, we will from now on.
Just
Yep.
everybody.
All
So
right,
wait,
guys.
is Alexander
Everybody's
hit?
got to
Did he take
be
any
a
damage? Or?
cult.
He took some.
Oh,
He took 11.
But his
Yeah.
temporary
Alright.
hit points from.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
to come up with another character.
You're not dead yet.
Borrow one of Kenny's. He's got 50. Turns out you guys
That's
weren't
close to
twins.
50 at
You were
least.
triplets.
Oh my goodness!
Possibly quadruplets, depending on how it goes.
We're all really just
No, she's like
clones of
her
each other.
No, like second cousins, twice removed.
No, quadruplets. All right, guys. I'm gonna hop off. Hope you had fun.
All right.
And I will talk to you guys
Yeah.
next week.
See ya.
Okay,
Yep.
bye.
Bye.
See you guys next week.